Why, hello,
Howdy ho!
and welcome to session 4 of The Glittering Night. In Vampire 5th edition, I am your storyteller. Storyteller? Yeah, storyteller, Stu.
with your wooden delivery.
And to my left.
Oh shit, that's me. Hi. I'm muted. No, I'm not. Am I? Am I? No, now I'm
You
muted. No, I'm not muted. Up is correct, yes?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, no,
up is up and down is
green
down on
is
yours.
go.
Yeah, green is
Okay,
go.
go ahead. You were just
Okay.
a little quiet.
Oh, okay. I will project. Hi! I'm kidding. I'm Joey. I'm playing Colin the Toreador, who is clearly the fairest of them all, and we'll tell you all about it.
Like Ferris Bueller?
Yes. Although... Sorry.
Ferris was a bard. I mean, he really was. He was charming and he could sing.
Hi, I'm Pooja. I'm playing Lakshmi, the Tremor.
Okay. Hi. Stork. I'm playing Floyd Gilmore, a ex-Dr. Bruhaha.
And I'm Sam. I'm playing Anna Sophia, your friendly neighborhood Malkavian satanic nun.
You know.
And Jim was unable to make it, and we will see him in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
All right.
Or if you're listening to Cthulhu, next week.
Right. Does someone want to sum up what happened in the last session, which would have been session 3?
Oh, that's the issue. I don't have my mic on.
Oh.
I muted myself.
You have
I
to
will
put it
turn
on
you
your
down a little
body.
bit then.
That does tend to happen.
Figured it out.
It's a good thing you're pretty.
Oh, God bless. Or Satan bless. Or
Toreador.
bless.
Bless. Just generally. Would you like me to consult the tome?
Sure.
The
Okay.
writ of common wisdom.
Session 3. The Justicar, George Palmer, managed to not frenzy. Removed Lakshmi's hand from his mouth and asked for Kine. 2 to 3 expendable, preferably, please. Lakshmi offered to retrieve some from Asylum, since she's a member. George asked us to summon Miroslav, the prince, and use a phone /computer. He calls someone on Anna's phone, named David, to bring him a new suit. Felix has a message to deliver to Miroslav anyway, and George tells him to convey that Miroslav's grandsire sent him. Miroslav's sire is Count Orlok, but we don't know who his sire is. Colin asks him how Miroslav's relationship with his grandsire is. She is apparently influential, and it's a respectful one. His presence is here due to the Second Inquisition, and the Ventru, in fact. He was accosted by 2 of them. He was in Sugarloaf before, and had just arrived in San Bernardino when they captured him the previous night. On their way out, Anna Sophia takes Colin aside and tells him to bring the snacks in by the discreet entrance, which no one else knows about. There's a secret way into the cathedral. Floyd speaks to her when they are gone. He thinks George is lying, or perhaps a plant in a Ventru plot. Anna Sophia counsels keeping a close eye on everyone. At Asylum, there's an unusually high number of people loitering about on cell phones outside. Lakshmi notices this and steers them to walk casually around to the back entrance. They head inside to pick out their lobsters. The worst. In the balcony, Lakshmi spots Anna Tremont. Apparently, the Kine found a fire safe in the ruins of the Pasadena Coteries Haven. It has a journal in it. Lakshmi offers that maybe Felix's police contacts can help. She spots a couple of tourists off to the side of the dance floor and signals Colin to approach them. They're gullible Midwesterners. He sends them to the back exit while he pays their tab in cash. Lakshmi checks that the back alley is clear, then chats them up until Colin brings the car around. Felix heads to Miroslav's throne room. There are armed guards outside. He tells them he has messages for Miroslav. Paul Morphy comes out, and then ushers him in. Felix kneels, laying on the formalities, and gives him the messages. Miroslav asks Felix to drive him to the cathedral with some guards. David, Palmer's ghoul, arrives with his suit. Anna Sophia shows him to the rectory to change while David uses Anna's computer. Colin and Lakshmi show up, and Colin brings the guests in through the catacombs. Floyd takes his leave, giving the snacks a sad look. He notes the VIN number on the ghoul's car. George dominates both of them and then drains one then the other. Floyd checks to see if anyone followed the snacks here. The only thing is a person on their phone in a car a couple of blocks away. he observes from the rooftop. The caravan with Miroslav arrives. He nods to Palmer, who says he has info, and that we saved his life, so we should hear it too. Floyd sends a text with a pic of the car. Lakshmi doesn't recognize the guy from around here. 3 arms to the Inquisition operations? I don't know what that means.
3 arms. I have that. 3 arms to the Inquisition operation. There's
Oh, arms. Yeah,
Yeah.
branches.
There you
Got
go.
it. There are assassins, data surveillance, and ground intelligence. They apparently communicate through data surveillance, but the assassins and ground intelligence do not know each other. Ground intelligence tries to appear as normal as possible and work to identify Kindred full-time. They have access to cameras that should be inaccessible. They had a supply depot in Sugarloaf, Lupine country, where there was an enormous stockpile. Another operation is coming through in 3 to 4 days. The operators have multiple safe houses, and sometimes they are wired with explosives. The data surveillance strongholds are difficult to find and heavily fortified. Sometimes they use gunships. We take our leave to investigate the car. Colin approaches and charms him into giving him his phone. The dude was on a dating app. Colin flirts him into helping with his car, and then suggestive head nods him into the catacombs for snack time. Floyd drives the dead guy's car to Pasadena to ditch it, while the rest of the coterie relays the info they found about the dead arms dealers. The prince and Justicar thank them and take their leave. Next evening, Anna Sophia wakes up very hungry, exhibiting signs of stigmata, and looking extra metal for tonight's ritual. She slakes her hunger and uses Palmer's discarded suit to get a vision of herself in a mountain forest with other kindred, led by Palmer, sneaking up a hill to a public storage place with someone at the door with bolt cutters. The congregation leaves, and she draws a pic of the location. Floyd arrives to be filled in on the combo with Miroslav. Lakshmi collects dead guy's thumb to open his phone later at the Galleria. The messages that he was sending were in code. Suspicious. Smash chat.
That was the app.
That was the app. Yeah, I just wrote it in quotation marks. Floyd examines the guy's belongings. His name was Robert Mills, address in El Cerrito. 2 weeks ago, there was a pic of one of the Pasadena vampires. Lakshmi uploads all this match chat info to an anonymous cloud storage and turns the phone off, then throws it into an Amazon truck. Brilliant. She heads to the cathedral and tells them about Smash Chat. Felix calls his financial advisor to look into buying the app company. He also calls Scully to ask if he knows a guy who can do DDoS attacks. He talks to the Pasadena District Attorney's office to get them to give him the safe, but lets the masquerade slip a little in leaning on them.
Yeah, we finally had one of those misrolls with hunger dice. Yes.
He heads to join the others and opens the red safe from Terrence James's house to find $3,500, 3 assault rifles, fully automatic, a large bore shotgun, 3 to 4 45s, and pistols and ammo. The Kindred safe is dead dropped to us. Felix opens it, and inside is a leather-bound journal and some money. It belonged to Stephen Schultz, a gangrel. He was obsessed with Carl Shuttlestok, a Ventru. They grew distant, and things escalated. Stephen writes about vampire stuff. Felix texts the Hound, Anna, to meet and delivers the journal. She is very pleased. Floyd tells us it seems 2 days ago the dead guy had a visitor with him in his car, judging by the Starbucks wrappers.
And that's where we
I
left
think
it.
that's where we left it, yeah.
I don't remember was it late?
Yeah.
Like you would be going to sleep and
'Cause
waking up the next
yes.
day? Okay.
We did a lot.
We
yeah.
did a lot.
There was a lot going on.
So this would put us at like January 9th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone make their rouse roll.
Woo!
To see if they get another hunger D.
Oh, I think I got a hungy.
Yeah, you can do a 6 or higher.
8.
Yeah, I got a hungy. But I was at 0, so I drained that guy, so I'm only at a hunger
Go ahead.
1.
I think I failed.
What does that mean? Incomprehensible dice.
Well,
I'm pretty sure blankets
Is it blank? That
Yeah,
means
it's blank.
it's a 2 through 5.
yes.
Whoop.
It's a 1 through 5, so it's a fail, yeah.
Okay.
I got a hungry.
So I failed on my arouse check.
So you add a hunger die. Who's you're at 1
I'm
now?
at 1.
1.
What are you at, Stork, hunger-wise?
3,
3.
Ooh.
I think. Yes, I'm at 3.
Okay.
Gonna have to eat someone.
Mm.
A little.
Just Nosh.
All right. So you guys are. Where did you stay at your own places?
Yeah, I went back to my luscious apartment.
Now, I don't recall. Did I give you guys like the chat stuff? That was a transcript. I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think I
believe
did.
so.
Okay. All right. Okay.
There was like information, kind of the it's kind of like this, but not.
Not
Okay.
concrete.
All right. Because I didn't come up with any. But basically,
reason.
it's a combination of actual like language, people talking back and forth, but then every so often there's like series of 2-digit numbers.
Okay.
So just to describe what that code was. And so it is like probably about 7, I'm guessing 6:30-ish, probably nightfall. And you can hear this is outside on the street. You can hear a bing bing, bing bing, and it's getting louder.
Well, I would like to go look out the window, please.
Okay. What you see is it's a green sharpening truck. Remember sharpening truck? You don't. No one here remembers. You remember sharpening trucks?
What's a sharpening
A
truck?
sharpening truck. There used to be these guys that had these trucks, and they had all kinds of sharpening equipment. Bless you.
Thank you.
And had all these sharpening equipment on it, and they'd drive down the street with a bell, periodically, once every week or a couple of weeks or something. And people would come out with their kitchen knives, lawn mowers, whatever you needed sharpening, and he'd sharpen everything and buff it, and
Sort
then
of
give
the
it.
modern day equivalent of a tinker. You know, they would sort of drive through and they would
I need
fix, do
this
minor
in my
repairs and sharpen
neighborhood.
things.
Where do I get one?
I looked it up, and it's a dying thing. There's almost none of them left.
God damn
There
it.
almost
They,
none of
they
them
usually
left.
set up stalls now at like flea markets.
Yeah. But it says Tony's Sharpeners. And on the side of it, and he seems to be looking
Looking in the direction
like-
of the church? Or just in
everywhere. Like,
Okay. And this is a truck I have not seen in the neighborhood before?
no.
Okay. Does it look like anyone is coming out to
No.
use the truck?
No one. Probably in Silver Lake. Was this? We're in Silver. What's it? What area? we're in?
Atwater Village.
Atwater Village probably would even know what a sharpener truck is anymore.
I mean, Anna Sophia would know because she's old.
Right. Well, it might be too modern for you to know about.
That's true. It's like a weird in between.
That weird age gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured out some of you guys were born like at the Civil War, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victorian times.
Yeah.
Now, are you outside or like looking through the window?
Looking through the window.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I get off my lawn.
Right. Yes.
That's weird. Then there's nobody in the truck with him.
No, it just looks like an old man.
I'm gonna jot down the license plate of this weird truck.
Okay. It kind of pulls up and stops, like not directly in front of the church, but like very very close.
Yeah.
And he's like seems to be consulting something. He's looking at the building for a number, and there probably isn't one, I assume.
No,
He's
or
like-
it fell off.
And he gets out and he's like walking, looking at the other numbers to see if this is the number in between, try to gauge if this is the right one.
Let's see. I have to look up how some of my powers work real quick.
I'm going to spend the first couple hours going through my herd and slacking my thirst
Okay.
off of more than one. Clearly, I'm going to need, 3, I guess. Maybe 4. Spread it out.
What your blood potency?
My potency is 2.
That I can tell you very
Can I borrow
quickly.
the book real quick?
Sure.
I need to make a cheat sheet of like what the powers do.
I had one, and I just realized I've lost it somewhere.
Anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just filling space here while
While I look
things
this
are being
shit
looked up.
Yeah, sorry.
And I'm also going to ask them if they've heard anything about veterans groups recruiting old vets.
Okay.
I'm trying to maybe track down some people that might be recruited for the people on the ground or the assassins, and I'm assuming they're all ex-military, and I'm thinking a lot of veterans groups and homeless people there's an overlap there, and I'm trying to figure out if I can figure out a way into one of those circles.
Okay. And now, are you just going to take like a sip from? Because at your level, a sip would slake one.
Yeah, so a sip off of 3,
Okay.
just so I don't kill them all, so that I can use them every day.
Well, a sip. Yeah. I mean, you can't.
Spread it among 2. How's that?
Well, you can. Are you gonna? You can't slake the third hunger anyway.
Oh,
unless you
right.
kill
So it'd
somebody.
be only 2, so that takes me to 1. Okay, that's enough.
Unless you want to kill one of them.
No, I got a herd. I don't want to,
Okay.
So anyway, I want to have them sort of, because I know there's an overlap between homelessness and some homeless vets.
Sure.
And
Okay.
see if there's if they've heard any rumors about people that are recruiting outside organizations that are recruiting veterans, this may be off the streets or maybe
Okay.
from PTS groups and that kind of thing, and see if there's an inn or at least maybe a sign of where these assassins are coming from.
Okay. Where's my damn notebook? I will use this.
Are you writing me a note?
No, I'm noting that down.
I'm saying this to my herd to
Right.
to see if they can keep me around. And
Yeah.
see-
Well,
see
they.
if-
Yeah. That's why. In a while. Mm-hmm. I'll see if they come back with answers.
Okay, I would like to go talk to this guy.
Okay.
She's dressed as a nun and just goes out to ask if he needs help.
He says, "I'm looking for Anna Marie."
No. I'm Anna Sophia,
Oh, sorry.
not Anna Marie.
Anna Sophia. He said Anna Sophia. I missed that.
Okay.
I should write that down.
Yeah. Also, very similar.
Colin.
Yes.
Lakshmi.
Floyd. Dr. Gilmore.
I know.
Floyd, if you're nasty.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
All right.
good.
Pretty sure you
Technically,
are.
he's not really a doctor anymore, I guess.
And he says, "Did you answer in the affirmative?
I think she would ask him why.
I bear a message for her.
From whom?
Silas, he lives in the mountains.
Oh, yes, of course.
Do you know where I can find her?"
You have found her.
Oh. It is a pleasure. And he says, he said, "I don't know how much of this you want to really know. So tell me if you want me to skip."
All right.
He said, "A coyote wandered into his garden. It was female, but she was without a mate. I'm not sure what. The contents of her stomach contained a small tin can with a plastic lining,
Curious.
most likely to preserve what was in it. He said it was perhaps potted meat or Vienna sausages. For such foods would surely be a treat for a coyote," he said.
Correct.
While staring at the entrails, he saw a vision. 234 south of Pine Cove Road. A street with no name. He said it reminded him of the U2 song. But it shouldn't, because the title of that song is worse. The streets have no name, not a street with no name.
That
He
is
doubts
correct.
the song is about that region, as most of the streets had names.
I would also doubt that, as you too is from the UK.
I do not know. and the place U2 was singing about, the streets didn't have any names, if the title of the song is accurate, he said.
I'm sure it is not.
He also said there will be danger.
So what was the? So you said 234 south.
234 south of Pine Cove Road. A street with no name.
234 what? So, feet? Miles?
That is all he said.
Okay.
It's funny that it's Pine Cove and
Did I say 234 or 243?
234.
243.
243, okay.
243.
That is important.
it's funny that it's Pine Cove and U2 actually has an album called Joshua Tree as well.
Which the streets have no names is on.
Was that the end of the message?
Yes.
Ah.
I have a good memory. If you have a reply, I will give it to him word for word.
You do seem to have an excellent memory. I think there was something to tell Silas. Actually, I have a drawing that you may give him to ask if he recognizes the place.
Okay.
And I'll get the sketch I did of my vision in the mountains with us sneaking up to the shed closet thing.
Oh, okay.
With the bolt cutters, and I'll give him that.
Okay.
Take a photo of it with my phone so I have it, but...
Got it. I will bring this to him immediately.
Excellent. Thank you. And what, are you Tony?
Yes.
Ah, do you do the sharpening?
Yes, I do. Do you have anything you need sharpened?
I do.
Oh.
With some sacrificial knives I could have sharpened.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
You bring, or I come get?
Okay. I will bring them to you.
He goes inside here.
Excellent. Oh, he does it on the spot.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm going to need to have a ritual because I'm real hungry.
Tony.
While he's sharpening the knives, I'll text the congregation.
Okay, all right.
You up?
Okay.
Perfect.
Love it.
And then I guess I'll get on Google Maps and see what is 234 something south of Pine Cove Road.
Okay. There's a highway called the 243 that runs through Pine Cove.
Oh, okay. Which does not have a name other than the number.
It probably does have a
Presumably.
name. It's going to be something highway, I'm sure. Oh, for Christ's sake, come on. Yeah, 243. Banning Idyllwild Panoramic Highway. Oh, but it changes names. Then it becomes Esperanza Firefighters Memorial Highway.
It has two names.
And then it becomes, I'm sure it becomes something else too. Banning Idyllwild Panoramic, I already said that one. Oh, it just has the two names, and it seems to go back and forth.
Okay. Well, that could be, I suppose. All right.
Okay, so he sharpens your knives, so he doesn't charge you.
Oh, that's nice of him. And
Okay.
I'll wait for my Satanist to arrive so I can
All right.
have breakfast.
I know, I'm assuming at some point you guys will assemble. Unless
Sure.
you have other things you want to do. First thing.
Not particularly. I mean, just wake up, play a little violin, do my Patrick Bateman workout routine. Because, of course.
Very good.
I imagine his apartment looks very much like Patrick Bateman's. If you're not familiar with American Psycho, go watch it. Except instead of all white, it's all rich jewel tones and beautiful damask accents. But yeah, once I've completed my morning ritual, I will go ahead and go over to the church so we can reconvene and see what's going on.
I'm gonna call my contact, Sujin, and ask about like anything that she might know about Smash Jack. Like,
Who is your contact?
Sujin is my person who she is like a computer hacker and
Okay.
deals with like runs an app that connects like influencers and yoga instructors specifically.
Okay.
Basically, like Sujin is how I got my herd.
Got it. Okay.
But we do, like, information for favors or whatever. It's
Got
not
it.
like she's not my ghoul
Got it.
yet.
She has heard of the app. It's a minor dating app. There's hundreds of them. And as far as she knows, it doesn't have a real big user base. It's been around for several years. It was made by someone in the companies in like Irvine, and it got purchased in the last like 2 years. Probably longer ago than that. Probably like 3 or 4 years ago.
Well, or last night.
Oh no, I have a whole thing on that.
Because Jim purchased it.
Well, he looked into purchasing it. I have that. I resurrected Artie Slotsky.
Oh my God, Artie Slotsky.
I figured that would
Beautiful.
be his
The best.
his
Yes.
business attorney. So I have a whole diatribe about that.
It's a shame he's not here. I want to hear it. Love Artie.
Okay, so fairly new, small user base, bought out 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Who bought it?
I can look into that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, not just public records.
Okay, I'll look into it. I'll let you know when I find out.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. See, now I can read the diatribe, but I don't get to read it in Artie's.
No,
voice.
I know.
Okay. Anything anyone else is doing before they arrive at?
No.
How much hunger do I get rid of
Is this a?
with a sacrifice? I'm not gonna murder anyone.
You're not going to kill anyone. Well, you can safely take two hunger per person,
Oh, okay.
assuming you don't feed on them for a while.
Yeah.
Week or two, probably.
Okay.
More than that, then they risk injury.
Yeah. Well, what if I take like 2 total from like a bunch of people?
Like little
Like
tiny
spread
sips.
it
You
out,
could do
yeah.
that. You can
Okay.
totally do that.
Perfect. I don't want anyone to feel neglected. It's a community,
Right.
I mean, what's a satanic ritual without a little orgy?
Yeah, a little bloodletting. Necessary.
Okay.
I think Concrete Blonde has a vampire album, and it's called Bloodletting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was literally just thinking about that album
Yeah.
2 days ago. Man. Concrete Blonde.
Yeah. They were good.
They really were. I still have that album, weirdly enough, on my iPod. Because I was trying to figure out the name of the song. There's Bloodletting, and then there was Johnny. That was their big. Weirdly enough.
But
that was their
Bloodletting,
big breakout
the
hit.
whole album is vampire themed.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, so one of you gets a call or a text that Felix has to go research something.
He used to work on editing a film. tonight.
Probably.
Yeah.
Something like that. He's busy. He has no time for you people.
The deadline got pushed up. He has to work.
Yes.
That's literally all I have to say. It's Hollywood.
The
Yep.
studio called,
He works
and they would
far.
like to release. Okay. The studio called, and based on the test market of the last movie that he edited, there is a whole new edit that has to go out, but they will not push the release date, so it has to happen right now.
Can he have had to re-edit the Sonic movie?
No, that was the animators. He is re-editing the Queen movie, the Freddie Mercury.
So he's gone. So all right. So eventually you all arrive.
Before I arrive, I want to make a patrol of the neighborhood to see if there's any suspicious cars and anybody smash chatting.
Awareness. Now that I know what it does.
So just awareness or
No,
awareness and
Was it?
wits? Awareness and intelligence?
Wits. I'll say wits.
I would rather go with intelligence if it's okay with you. But all right.
If you say so.
This is the one. Yeah, that's the outfit.
Ooh, let's see the
I
outfit for
approve.
today. Oh yes, very good.
Right.
I shouldn't.
For those playing at home, a beautiful black, sleek, kind of bomber jacket length leather jacket with a green sweater with a green colored tie with a white colored shirt underneath.
Meanwhile,
Horrificness just happened.
I think so.
I'm trying to distract from the horrificness.
meanwhile,
Mask the pain and the beauty.
You are living up to your name
Yeah.
with this role.
Let me check the criteria here.
So
because
that's
it
2
is very-
failures and
And the 10 on the hunger die?
yeah, and a 10 on a hunger die.
Oh, that's...
actually, that doesn't.
Wait. That
doesn't
it's
trigger
not a,
anything.
It's not a critical success with the 10 on the hunger dice.
But
Which is what
it's
would
a
be crazy.
failure with something on the hunger die.
No,
What-
failed roll with 1 hunger dice showing a 1 is,
Oh, okay.
is a bestial
So it's just a
failure.
Okay, you got 2, but what is the hunger die
Well,
showing?
it's a 10, so
success.
it's a success. You have 1 success.
You have 1. You got 1. Okay. The coast is clear. You don't see anything.
I don't understand how like the critical, the blood failures work with your dice.
I don't understand how your dice work.
Yes, but like if you only have if blank is a failure 1 to 5, then how do you know if you get a 1
If you
on
get
the
a
hunger
1.
dice?
There's a special symbol for the 1 on the hunger dice only.
Yes.
There's
The hunger dice has a skull for the 1.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has a special
So
symbol.
if I get a
That's not
skull,
on there.
no, it isn't.
the page is a
Well, I think the
liar.
skull is kind of self-explanatory.
So yeah,
Yeah.
if I get that, then you guys can start mocking.
If you've gotten
Right.
a failure, or you've got no successes,
No
or just
successes,
no
yeah.
successes. Okay,
Okay.
but yet you don't see anyone in any strange cars. There's nothing looks out of
Okay.
place to you.
Good.
So you all arrive,
Okay.
and there's a bunch of like pale metal goths leaving.
So the usual.
Yeah, the usual.
That's
Good
kind of
evening,
redundant.
everyone. How are we all doing today?
Can't complain yet. The night is young.
It's true. It's true.
Have you heard anything?
I did get a message from Silas.
Oh, preemptively.
Yes. He had a coyote intestine-based vision this time. Vienna sausages were involved. I won't bore you with the details.
Too late.
It seems there is some danger on the 243 south of Pine Cove Road. A street with no name is what he called it, which I'm assuming refers to the numbered highway.
That would make the most sense, unless
Yeah.
there's some strange back alley.
Perhaps we should look into it. Danger or not.
I'm not afraid of danger.
Sorry, out of character. Like, Into the Spider-Verse has just completely taken over my brain. It seems like we should push forward while Felix works on work and
He works too much.
pushing through what's happening with SmashJet.
Yes, I didn't get the sense that this was a long-term danger, more of an immediate. He did send a person.
Oh, then definitely let's go.
Yes. Also, if you need a knife sharpener, I know a guy now.
I might.
That's very handy.
Yeah, look what a good job he did on my sacrificial knives. They're so sharp.
That's genius. He's very good with his work.
I also have some concerns about the power vacuum in Pasadena because there's nobody there anymore, and it's on the border. It's on the border, right? I'm concerned that we may have. They're not. They're not.
The Anarchs.
Yeah, I guess it's Anarchs now. I'm afraid that we may have Anarch incursions coming closer and closer. I'm wondering if we should up patrols or at least get the parrots or ghoul some others to fill that area until Miroslav decides what to do with it. Because it's just up the street.
That is a good point.
Well, it's not. Now that communications are back open, we could find out what Miroslav and
Sorry.
magic.
I'm sorry.
I suppose
We can find out what Miroslav and the rest of the council are doing to defend that portion of the border.
I suppose it's out of the question to annex the Pasadena.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but that's more ground for us to cover. However, if we go there, we might actually get more clues, or maybe even use ourselves as bait to find out who took them out.
I mean, it's quite.
I'm also a little worried that this isn't safe anymore, after our gentleman with the phone call last night.
Do you think he was tailed?
I think he got information out.
I mean, from what I was able to discern, and that's actually the other thing that I should do. Sorry.
You know what?
Try to figure out what happened a month ago.
I just realized that one of the two messages I was looking at is, in fact, the message that I made to give you, saying, here's what the code was. I just realized this.
Oh, good.
I'm just real confused now.
Remember when I asked if I actually gave you guys the
Yes.
the chat, and you said I didn't, because I probably intended to write it, and I did, and I just realized that's what I had written down. So
Okay.
I'm going to Slack this.
Cool. Because I was just thinking, I was like, oh, well, I have all that information in the cloud that
Yeah.
before we head out, I would like to know in case we need to move to a different haven.
I'll put it in the general, the
Okay.
Glittering Night Slack.
I see the 3 dots.
Because I just now realized that, oh, yeah, you're going to know what this is. Maybe. Okay, I just don't know.
There it is.
Let's see, what does it say?
The message says, Chatty AF, maybe some queso grande, 1912, 1906, 02. Kendra, 6969, sounds intriguing. Chatty AF, damn right. Kendra, 6969, really? Like, Kendra, 6969?
Yeah.
That should totes be a dude tale.
No,
But-
get it.
No,
Hey. Get it, Kendra.
Technically,
it
having
is.
been on a lot of dating apps, when guys are making fake women's accounts to try to get credit card numbers, that's the kind of
Oh,
name you're
so
going
it's
to
someone
get.
trying to catfish. Okay, that makes more sense. Send pics, Chatty AF, no can do. Kendra 6969, fucking tease. So when was that message? When was that sent? That was the stuff that he was sending when Stork was,
Yes.
or when Floyd was.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, probably prior to when you guys intercepted.
And I'm guessing that Robert Mills was the Chatty AF.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Grande Casa was the chapel.
Well, queso grande means big cheese.
Oh, big cheese. Sorry,
So,
I thought
someone in
Casa
charge.
Grande. Queso Grande. See.
The question is 1912, 1906, 02 is the question.
Yeah.
What do these numbers mean?
Let's go to the alphabet.
Is it hexadecimal?
Oh.
I don't know what that means. Is in like an out of character, the fuck you talking about?
It's a hexadecimal number.
That means that instead of being
means
a base 10 number, it's a base
Base
16. 0 through 15.
Just imagine my eyes glazing over, everyone.
What was the
Because
first
that's what
number?
just happened. 19, 12.
19 is S, maybe? And then 12?
Yes.
L. Next one.
19,
Back to S.
Then 6.
6, 2.
F. B. That's if it's based on the alphabet.
SLSFB does not seem like.
No. And also there's a comma.
Yes, 1912, comma, 190602. So SL, comma, SFB. So what does the hexadecimal thing mean then for these numbers?
Well, we'd have to call it the hexadecimal alphabet thing, but
Well, if they're hexadecimal, they would have A through F in them. Although it could not necessarily have A through F. But.
it could also be.
I also realized I just fucked up.
Oh, you want to
Oh,
retcon
man.
this?
Do we need to retcon the numbers?
Beautiful. I love it.
That's why you're giving me that look. You had this pained look in your face, and I was looking at it like, why is he?
Something like,
What's that face for?
oh my God damn it.
So do you want to give us new numbers? We'll wait.
Going to do. Give me 1 second.
So funny.
Stu's big reveal gets flummoxed by math.
See? This is
Right?
what I'm saying.
Ugly people.
No, it's a failing.
Jeez!
Damn!
Ow!
It's a failing memory.
Ooh.
Okay,
Full of eyebrows
I
is
put
real
a
close to that
correction
burn.
in.
Yes.
I just sent a correction.
Okay.
It is, instead of 1912, it is actually, sorry, there was a bit of corruption when I uploaded from the phone, like, you know how the service is in the Galleria?
Oh, yeah.
It is 19, it is actually Queso Grande 0122 1906 02.
Well, 01 is A.
6, 25, 4, 2. So V. AV.
AVSFB would be the regular alphabet
Yeah.
thing.
A vampire safe place?
B or P?
Beta.
Beta, okay.
So, yeah.
A vampire secret base?
Well, then what's the F?
Oh, I'm.
Where's the F? SFB?
SFB.
Yes.
Secret fucking base.
I mean, my first thing goes to San Fernando.
San Fernando Boulevard.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
is your chapel?
That's a good question. We did not decide.
I
what
figured it
street
was on San Fernando Boulevard.
Oh!
Oh, we did it!
Nailed it.
What's AV then? Alpha vampire?
Active vampires?
Active vampires.
Maybe?
Maybe,
Maybe.
yeah.
Alleged vampires?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's like a 3 vampire job.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it is, like he says,
He says no can do about the
Queso.
pics, which is good.
yes, but then Queso Grande, and also they could could they trace back his phone to where he sent those messages?
Probably. It would have pinged off our cell phone tower.
So he was bait?
Thank you, season 1 of
He's
Serial.
not bait. He
they-
was the ground forces. Like one of the arms is
Yeah.
the
No.
ground.
So George is bait. Because he's talking about him as the big cheese.
No, because Miroslav came to.
Yeah, it
So
could
this
be
guy
either.
knew who the big cheese is. My point is, he's calling somebody that he doesn't seen before
No,
the big cheese.
he's saying that it's maybe somebody important because Miroslav showed up 3 SUVs deep
Yeah.
with some guards in front, in an SUV with another guard, and guards behind him.
Subtlety is not Miroslav's forte.
No, the caravan was probably pretty obvious.
Okay.
Needless to say, this place may be slightly compromised for the moment.
Well, I suppose we could meet somewhere else in the meantime.
I think that it would probably also be in our interest to remove any of our electronics.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, we should switch burner phones again.
The usable.
It's such
But
a pain to
also-
re-download all those apps.
To actually, like, you have computers and monitor setups and that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, she has like one computer.
okay.
I'll just get a new one.
We just came into a bit of money. We can
It's true.
figure that out.
I mean, that's just such a small potatoes money,
Right.
though.
Time for an upgrade.
Yes. Well.
So perhaps, it's Felix who has control of the parrots, isn't it?
So can we do like a small little like Mr. Robot kind of, or like
Oh yeah,
hard drives coming out, like
yeah.
nuked.
Stick the drill through the hard drive,
Yeah.
chuck it in the trash.
Chuck it in the microwave.
That's it. That's what he did.
That kind of thing. Like burn the pertinent things.
Enemy of the state. You made a phone call. And he blows up the entire safe house. Yeah.
I don't know. Are any of your cult members able to stand a sentry while we're gone?
Oh, of course.
May not be a bad
Also,
idea.
It's not the worst idea to just they would continue to do what they do. and then anyone who comes looking wouldn't find any presence of us.
And yes, one could easily mistake them for kindred with an untrained eye. So
But these are trained eyes. Any follow-up would say, oh, he just mistook. As long as no kindred are actually present, then it could be written off as a mistake so long as you don't warn your herd away.
exactly.
They
Might
do
also-
make such a good distraction.
Might also play hell with their psyche if something does go astray. If they decide that they want to invade and they attack your herd who are human, it might really make them question their...
They
Right.
literally just murdered everyone who supplied them with
That's
weapons.
true. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just as a thought that
They're worse.
normal mortals don't seem to apply.
They're worse than vampires.
Yes, much. They must suffer.
Well, so we have two choices tonight, I guess. We can go check out Pasadena and make sure that things are safe there, and or go up to Big Bear or Idyllwild. It's a long trip to Idyllwild. I don't think we can do it all in one
It
night.
is, and I sent word back with Silas's messenger to see if he knows the place where my vision was and could give us a little bit more specific direction.
Do you want to wait on that?
I think I would prefer if we can find exactly what we're looking for.
I suspect it's the same place that... Is it George? It's George, right?
Yeah.
Or I suspect it's the same place that George was at, because it seems to fit the
George was in
Big Bear.
Sugarloaf.
Sugarloaf.
Right.
Okay. But this is also in the forest, in an unmarked place, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's different mountain range.
San Jacinto.
So I guess my point is that it might take more than just the four of us or the five of us to go and assault this place if it's at
yes.
all.
Well, in my
Felix was
vision,
working.
George was with us and others.
Yeah.
So it seems like there are still pieces moving on that board, whereas the message from Silas seems quite urgent.
Would there be a reason why he would tell you specifically this information and not bring it among the Primogen Council?
Right. Take it to the Hound.
Well, I think people other than me, sometimes discount animal intestine-based information.
Sure.
I can't imagine why it's always so
Close-minded fools.
reliable.
Yes.
They just don't have the guts for it.
Very good. But given my own visual afflictions, occasionally I tend to trust his. And perhaps I was in it. He did not mention that, but he probably would have.
Just out of character. Silas is the greatest, the dude with the bear hat, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Probably begrudging Malkavian Primogen. Yes, I would like to check that out.
check out the.
The Idyllwild
The
situation.
danger. No, the 243.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. 243 is the highway in
Oh,
Idyllwild.
Yes, that.
I mean, we could probably get out there tonight. I mean, it's what is it? We just did
It's
a gig
probably-
out there. It's like 4 to 5 hours, 4-hour drive, 3-hour drive.
Yeah. The roads are probably open now, so you could probably do it in 3. I would think.
Drive. Sorry.
Because remember, we had to go that back way, drive
Oh,
through
Lord.
Mars. The weirdest road ever.
So wait, are we going to Highway 243 or are we going to the other place?
I'm confused about where it is.
It's in Idyllwild, California.
It's like down
which
by
is-
Hemet.
which is east. It's
Okay.
like past Riverside.
Yeah, way past Riverside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Riverside makes sense to me, which is the only name that did.
It goes Riverside, San Jacinto Mountain Range,
Like Palm
Mars.
Springs. Yeah.
Mars.
Not,
Palm
you're not
Springs.
wrong. Yeah.
Ooh, Palm Springs.
But it's it's in the same mountain range it's the mountain range that separates humanity from Palm Springs.
And
It
Mars.
is a mountain range, though. Maybe I should look up Google Earth images of it and see if I can find where my vision was.
Okay.
It's not a bad idea.
You do so, and you find an intersection of 243 and Pine Cove. What was it? Pine Cove Road.
Yes.
And there it kind of follows a little ways down, and then there's a street off that goes east. You zoom in, and there's no name for it. And there's a public storage facility there.
Ooh.
Well, this seems rather on the nose, doesn't it?
It's their MO, isn't it?
Oh.
I guess.
Should we contact George?
I think so. Yes. Did he give us a phone number for him?
I'm imagine he would have.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
He told us all to get burner phones, so I'm assuming he's up on at least.
Yeah. Then yes, I will call him.
Okay. There's George. There he is.
So,
Who is this?
This is Anna Sophia.
Oh, yes.
I have information about possible activity that we should check out, and I'll text you the location. I myself and Silas the Great both had visions of this area. In my vision, you were there, so I wanted to relay the message.
Okay. Send it to me.
Yes. Send.
We've been hearing chatter that there's going to be a weapons drop.
That would link up with what I saw.
Do you have any plans?
Not currently, no.
I may need some backup.
Of course, we're prepared.
I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Very well. Looks like we're going to go check out a weapons drop tonight.
we should, before you're off the phone, just decide on somewhere else to meet up with him.
You meet at my place. It's public, but not terribly public.
I'll text him the address.
Okay. And where does it you live?
The Americana.
Oh, yeah.
The apartments above the Americana.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, condos.
Yes. The large suite, the penthouse above the Americana.
Yes.
And I love how, like, when I figured out that the difference between apartments and condos were literally, like, whether you owned it or not.
We should meet him in that little, like, wine bar
Yes.
that's down there in the courtyard.
Yes. Naturally.
Oh, I've passed by that place.
Yeah.
The Americana.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to the Galleria, you've passed by the Americana.
Right. Yeah, and
vice
I've been to
versa.
the Galleria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who hasn't?
I hate going to the Galleria. Only because of the parking.
Yeah, that's parking, yeah.
Oh,
See-
no. All you have to do is go into the entrance next to the Target and go up to the third floor,
Yes.
and there is always plenty of parking right there. No one goes there.
Or
Really?
you
Whatever
just
reason.
live close enough to walk.
4.5 years of that. I mean,
Or-
not anymore,
Or
but like ever.
lift there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you, there's like one parking garage that's always super full, and then there's the one next to the Target, and if you go up 2 levels, it's literally empty, and there's a bridge that goes right into the mall.
But now you've told hundreds of people on the internet.
Yeah, but most of them don't live in Southern
that's true.
California. No. Okay.
And the odds that they would all go to the Galleria all the time and take my parking spot are slim to none.
She'll find you.
I'm just saying, I have keys. You have cars. Not really. I wouldn't key anyone's car. That just like, sorry, that's so squeaky to me.
Okay. So, I don't know, about 15 minutes later, George shows up. And looks like he's borrowed one of Miroslav's SUVs.
Okay. Excellent.
We're
We are
going-
ready if you are.
Okay. Yeah.
You,
I got my doctor bag with me.
I have some sacrificial knives and a firearm. Because we got some.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a knife or two, and probably a sword in the trunk. Because I can't help myself.
I probably am gonna carry, I guess, a couple of knives.
okay.
Like, I'm trying to think of like.
I've
what's
also
the
changed to a
best-
sensible boot.
Of course you have.
Oh, okay. My knives are very much. One of them is like the like traditional occult store,
The snake.
like
The squiggly.
anathema.
The flame
like,
bearers, yeah.
It is very much like just terrible throwaway. Like you paid $70 for this. It was made in China for $10.
Right.
And the other one is a like reminiscent of Middle Eastern, but it's like not at all adorned. Very much like it looks missing old
Okay.
Because it is.
because it is. Like I have a throwaway, and then I have like a real dagger of power.
Nice.
It's kind of like when you the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Mm-hmm. That's the knife of Carpenter.
Yes, it's a carpenter.
You
stuff.
have chosen wisely.
Do you guys need to suit up? Did I arrive too soon?
Suit up.
Suit up.
Tack vests.
We don't have those.
All right. We'll stop on the way.
Does Gucci make an attack vest?
No.
Everyone knows that's Louis Vuitton.
It's too bad Riley Wall moved to Milan because she could have made you a
Oh.
great one.
I'll have to wire her.
Yeah. Her McQueen suits with Kevlar lining. So good.
I'm really surprised she doesn't sell to the vampire community and make a killing. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Making it, yeah, for sure, sending her a message.
You should. I bet she would make you one.
Riley, attack vest couture. Ready for it?
Yes. Oh, in the meantime, I'm gonna text the congregation and tell them to just have a lock-in at the cathedral tonight.
I love
Enjoy
it.
yourselves. Play some loud music. Annoy the neighbors.
Yeah.
So he gets.
I like to think that you have like a line on like a local like kind of mid-celebrity
Oh,
metal
definitely.
band, and you're like,
Yeah.
I've arranged this lovely thing for all of you.
Oh, totally. Very much
I
so.
love that.
Oh no, who do you want? Like,
Yeah.
I've probably slept with 3 of them.
I'm
Like, who do you-
organizing a Satanist lock-in at the cathedral. They're going to play some loud music and annoy the neighbors.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So he gets out and gets whatever. If he get assuming you guys are going to have some equipment to put in the back.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's like, I think we should take 2 cars.
What's he looking at?
He's looking in the sky.
Gunship?
Drones?
Not yet.
Who's got a car we can take?
My BMW will not make it up that mountain.
Someone had an SUV, didn't they?
Felix.
Oh, wait, that was
Felix.
Yeah.
Felix has all the cars. I'm homeless. I don't got anything. I got a shopping cart full of
Lots
stuff.
of people who are between housing live out their cars.
True.
But
Does anyone have like a
I have a
couple
herd.
dots of wealth?
Yes, I have a few dots in wealth.
Well, you already said your car's not available.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the answer to that is no.
Yeah, resources 1.
I could.
Can I go into the parking lot? Does there seem to be a decently sized SUV in the parking lot?
Sure.
Okay, great. Let's wait there for a minute for them to come out. And I will just awe the keys out of their hands.
There you go. Perfect.
So I will wait for them to come out,
Okay.
and let's throw some awe on it. Let's get some forced personality going. Of course, I don't have my cheat sheet with my powers on it anymore because I lost it.
Oh, awe is manipulation plus presence.
Manipulation plus presence. Okay. One of those is a hunger die. That is 2 successes and a whole lot of 4s.
That is, it's like a. If you count the 2 successes plus, or 2 4s plus another 2 4s, that could be 2 more successes.
Right?
You were successful. You were able to get the keys out of them.
Great. I would also like to use cloud memory. If
Okay.
I forget my face,
Okay.
so that where's the book? Because I don't remember how cloud memory works at all.
What is that?
It's dominate.
Charisma plus dominate.
Okay. Charisma and 1 for dominate.
Dominate.
So we got a lot of people that repeat powers here, don't we?
Yeah, that is 5 successes.
Okay. All right. The valet came and said they were going to get our car, and they never came back.
Weird.
So strange.
Okay.
Valet.
All right. So you guys you leave in a convoy. Who's driving with George?
I'll go with George.
Okay. That's it. Okay.
No, I'll go with them also.
Okay.
I feel like 2 of us should be in there.
I'm probably the only one that knows how to drive, so I'll drive the other car.
I drive my BMW,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
but if you know, I will let you drive, and I will be in the back.
I actually don't have drive as a skill, so never mind.
Lord.
Do you have drive?
No, but we're not like driving through field like landmines.
That's true.
Yeah, this isn't like a
Yeah.
this isn't a stunt driving situation.
No.
It is follow the road until the
Right.
road ends.
Yes.
So I will let you drive. It'll be novel for you.
Okay.
And then that way you get to get chauffeured.
Feel like a human again yet?
So
So very operative.
George calls someone in the other car who has a cell phone.
I do.
Okay.
He can't be on his cell phone. He's driving.
He's,
We
you know what?
could
He's
die.
a scofflaw. And he says, we're not going to have cell reception once we get up there. So I'm going to pass the place. When you get to it, you're going to see me come in the other direction.
Are we stopping for protective gear? Or not? Out of character.
Yes.
Out of character.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're going to park past the place, and I'm going to backtrack once we know where it is.
Sounds like a plan. I'll communicate that to
Floyd.
Floyd.
Floyd the barber.
Actually, my name is... it has a double meaning or two. If you think it out, if you work it out.
So along the way, he stops at a house, and he says, "Wait here," and he goes inside, and he comes out with 4 tactical vests.
Oh, excellent.
I will take off my jacket and put the vest on, and then put my jacket over the vest. Yeah. Presentation is everything.
It's true.
Don't have to wear it, but
Is it one of the new ones that's like the slim profile that you could wear underneath the jacket, or is it one of the
Bulky.
the army style, like the marine style ones?
this would be what like modern day police wear right now. So it's a little
Okay.
bulky. It's not super bulky, but
Yeah, but it
you
fits
can-
under a shirt.
it fits under a shirt. But you can tell that they're wearing something.
Yeah.
It's fine.
George's is nice. I mean, it's like you couldn't even tell he's wearing it.
Oh, no.
fine.
I have an order going in for Riley in Paris, so that I can.
I thought she was in Milan.
She's in Milan.
Oh, Milan.
yes.
It'll get to her.
She's probably got a
It's not the worst
weekend
thing
house in Paris.
to say that I could use a cat suit. Actually, wouldn't be the worst thing if we're going to
Kevlar
continue to
cat
do this.
That's fine. Bulk order.
And then, okay, yeah, I'll wear it, and then
Safety first.
hoodie on over it.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
And you guys drive, and it's a long drive, and there's a windy road, and you follow the windy road for a long way. And there's the parrots.
Yeah. It's Felix's
Patrolling Pasadena
Yep.
to make sure no anarchs are
Right.
making incursions.
Perfect.
Ever vigilant and noisy. And they and you see he passes you pass Pine Cove Road, and then you see this road on the left hand side doesn't have no name. You can't see it anywhere. And but it goes down. There's like a little cabin, and there's another cabin, and then a little bit farther past there is a public storage place. It's a small public storage place. It looks like it's got like 2 rows of those little garage things rather than like 8 or 10 of them.
Right.
And the fence looks like it's only about 6 feet high rather than like 12. And there are lights on inside, and it looks like there is some activity happening in there.
At the public storage unit?
Yeah,
What about the cabins?
the cabins are dark. I mean, by the time you guys get up there, it's probably 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
I am going to sense the unseen.
Okay.
That's going to be resolve plus
What does that eat?
Auspex.
That's Auspex? Mm-hmm. Okay. I just want to see what it does. I don't remember.
Okay, so that's 1 and then 4. 3, 4. 2 successes
Okay.
and no hunger die crazy.
Nice.
You see nothing.
Okay. It does not appear that they have employed any other the dogs aren't here is basically what I'm saying.
So George drives past, and then he goes around a bend, and he makes a U-turn and comes back the other way.
Okay.
Perfect.
So basically, this road is kind of on the side of the hill, so it's real steep coming down. There's a road, and then it's fairly steep on the other side. Like it's more like a driveway, but for some reason it's on the map.
Okay.
And there's a cabin on each side as you go down it, and then at the bottom of it there's sort of like a turnaround, and that's where the public storage thing is, and they have the gate with the little key card thing. So, I mean, I'm assuming you guys are
Yeah.
probably 50, 100 yards apart,
Yeah, absolutely.
parked in that road. And you can see that there is there's a truck, but it's not like a semi. It's like a box truck in there, and then you see that there seem to be some people unloading stuff. And if anyone would like to make their awareness roll,
Stork, can I borrow your book? I just want to
Awareness
look up
plus
heightened senses real quick.
Wits.
Thank you. I'll reprint another cheat sheet before next game. I just can't believe I lost it. Heightened
2,
senses.
3, 4 successes.
So
No
wits-
blood die craziness.
Wow.
there are four people armed with what looks like a saw rope.
Okay, so yeah, this is the vampire senses sharpened to preternatural degree, giving them the ability to see in pitch darkness, hear ultrasonic frequencies, and smell the fear of cowering prey. And it'll be wits plus resolve.
I think it makes your eyes glow too, or is that something else?
No, I'm not seeing anything about that.
Cool.
But it lets me add my Auspex rating to all perception checks.
Oh yeah. And it's free, so you don't have to. You just have to wits plus resolve. Then you get to add it to your
Right.
perception.
Let's see. That is 4 successes.
Okay.
So to add my Auspex rating, which is just 1. And so it's to my perception rating. Here we go. Can't I find perception?
That doesn't exist. It would
Oh, that's right. It's
be
the
awareness
awareness.
plus wits,
That's right. Awareness.
So,
and then add your Auspex as well in dice.
That's 1 success with... Oh, well, 1 on my hunger dice, but I succeeded.
Okay.
Or I got a 1 success.
Okay. So she sees more than you.
That's fine.
But you do see guys with guns.
Good.
it looks like they're four-armed.
Do they look like they're guarding something, or they're just waiting around?
They're loading, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They're loading into the semi?
It looks like they're unloading out of the truck into a storage unit.
They're unloading into the storage unit.
Well,
Should we wait for George and see what he wants to do?
I mean, wait for... If I'm talking to you,
Yeah.
we're all together.
Right.
Yes.
And as I said, the dogs are not here. So at least they're not in league with these disgusting beings.
That is good. Although for with guns is not good. George, do you have a preference for how we approach this?
I'm going to go up there. He points up the hill. He has a big rifle. And he says, I'll try to take out all 4 of them. You guys are going to have to handle the other ones.
Very well.
Can we just get them to leave?
They will just be a problem later if they leave.
And if anyone is there to be able to identify us, that is a huge problem.
however, leaving one alive that we can question and possibly Google may not be a terrible idea.
True.
True. However, we definitely don't want them to get away and just leave onto their own unless we want to ghoul all of them. I mean, there's how many total? There's 4 with they're armed.
There's at least another 4 that seem to be unloading the truck.
Great.
Unarmed. Okay.
Let's not Google all of them. I don't need that kind of responsibility.
If we can
Exactly.
if we can leave one alive, I think that will be
I feel like if
helpful.
we could subdue them all, erase their memories, then no suspicion will come upon us and we can learn more information. If we kill them all, we're not going to know anything more than we already do.
That's why we
Which
saved
is nothing.
1.
Then we ghoul and we take what information we have. It's so
If-
much
if-
more risk.
If they get killed, people are going to know they're missing. I feel like if we can capture them, ask their questions, and then erase their memories of the event and have them let
Then
them go.
they're still out there waiting to kill more of our kindred.
It's true. They are guilty and they must suffer.
I will not be responsible for the suffering and death of more of our kindred in order for you to assuage your guilt over the Kine.
I'm trying not to start a bigger war than is already happening. If we
They
tip our
have
hand
begun
right,
this war. They blew up 4 havens.
I understand. This is serious. If we tip our hands right now, there's no turning back, and they will come after us with everything they've got.
They're already
They-
coming after us.
No,
That is exactly
they're
what
not.
is
They're just
happening.
sniffing around right now.
And I'm sorry. I don't understand how blowing up
Multiple havens.
multiple havens in one night is sniffing around.
Plus, even if they do suspect that we're involved here, we're far away from the Glittering Night. They have no way of suspecting that it's us involved.
Exactly. So we can subdue them.
Except,
No.
no, that exponentially increases the risk. Exponentially.
I see no difference. If we kill them, they're going to know. If we,
No,
if
they won't know. That's the point.
they're going to know their people are missing and dead.
And
They will
should
know
have
if their
expected
memories
that.
are missing.
Yes, they should expect that the retaliation is something that they're already prepared for.
I'm sure they knew the danger before they took on this mission, and the blood of those coteries is on their hands. I see no problem with slitting some of their throats.
It's
If you do not wish to be a part of this, you don't have to, Floyd. We can go ahead without you.
I'll try talking to them first.
Do not.
No.
Nope. These are not your lost lambs that you've taken under your wing under the bridge.
These are hardened criminals,
That-
sinners.
I
that
had
murder.
no idea that you were so eager to face true death so soon.
It's going to take a lot to kill me. We can at least give them a chance to surrender.
I would have thought someone who paid such a high price for eternal life would cherish it more dearly.
It's not all I thought it was going to be.
Well, isn't that just...
I chose this. You didn't. You've learned to live with it. I have to figure this out. Let's give them a chance to surrender. I can go up there and...
Absolutely not.
No.
You can stay here, or you can help us.
What does awe do? Is that a one-word command, or is that just a...
Let me look.
Well, no, awe is just they're more likely to trust you and they are drawn to you, or they can be repelled by you.
Mm-hmm.
Is awe under?
Presence.
It's under presence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why did that open? Aw.
Aww.
Then they'll have to find it.
I can look it up. It's right here. I got it under. Looking at potence, but I can go to presence. The next page over. It's on page 267.
Oh, damn it.
They find their attention explicitly drawn to them. Those listening to the vampire speak suddenly agree on subjects where they were once hold different points of view. While this power doesn't cause rapt injury, it can still strong enough to sway the minds of most mortals. So
You can try it.
if I run up there and give it...
Oh, I think you're gonna try it on them.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are you going to try to run? Because I'll shoot you.
No.
Yeah, yep.
Like, I do have rapid reflexes. I will tackle you.
No, I'm not going to try it on them. That breaks a bunch of rules, doesn't it?
More guidelines than actual rules.
Pretty sure I awed you in the game a bunch of times before. Sorry.
So George says, "I'm gonna go up the mountain. You guys sort this out.
Yeah.
Well, let me at
Don't
least...
let him know."
No.
And he
I
leaves.
know. Anna is like muttering under her breath in Latin, like, Satan, forgive this man. I'm gonna send these assholes to hell.
I mean, you'd think it'd be happy.
That was a direct order, by the way, from the Justicar. I wouldn't necessarily disobey that lightly.
This is a mistake. We're going to pay for this.
Well, all the guilty will pay eventually. These ones today.
Yes. I mean, in the end, we're all guilty.
They're just misinformed.
No, they're
No.
murderers.
They're murderers.
We literally went to half a dozen houses in which they murdered their own
We don't-
kind and then made it look
We don't
Like
know if
Kindred had
it's
done
these
some.
people. Remember, each one of these cells operates independently. They don't know what the others are doing. These
No,
people are
each-
just being told
each
to unload
arm,
weapons.
Each arm operates independently.
I think these fools are completely misguided and don't know what they're doing.
I'm sure they're just following orders.
I'm sure they are.
So were the Nazis.
So are we.
No.
No.
Didn't you just tell me I was in order?
I was telling you that.
We were telling you you should follow orders.
It just so happens that the orders, quote unquote, fall in line with what I want to do. So I'm going to follow it. You don't have to get involved. You can keep watch.
I'm going to have to. But we'll see.
All right.
Just remember, we will be watching you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is just the noisiest mics, too.
I know.
Do you have a book I can borrow real quick?
Sure.
Thank you. My cheat sheet is also sadly lacking.
Someone must have come in and stolen the cheat sheets.
Oh.
Well, no, the problem is, like, I transferred over to the printed sheet, and I don't have my written out sheet that had, like, all the rest of my notes on it,
Oh.
and I didn't transfer it over the
Yesterday
So that's
was
like
leap
all
day.
on me.
Yeah.
That's when the elves go out and steal cheat sheets.
Right, it's a day that doesn't exist.
So he gives you guys like a little radio thing, so you can still communicate with each other and with him.
Great.
Just like a little.
I need to remind myself how Unseen Passage works in my Bard
Right.
book.
Of course.
While you're looking,
Let's get invisible.
if we can flip to rapid reflexes when you get a chance.
Where is that? I have some of that stuff here. Is that celerity?
Yeah, it's the first one. One of the first ones is celerity.
Cat's grace. Rapid reflexes. The vampire suffers. It's free. Vampire suffers no penalty to their defense pool for lack of cover against firearm attacks. They can also take a minor action worth up to 2 dice per turn, such as readying, reloading a weapon for free.
Okay. Remember. That's right. I was thinking. That's right. Cat's Grace is the more out of combat one, and then Rapid Reflex is the more in combat one.
Cat's grace is that you can basically, if something can support you, you can balance on it.
Right. Which I'll be taking soon.
Yeah, they really nerfed celerity.
Which
Yeah,
they
they did.
kind of had to. Like, it was
Oh, I liked it that way.
a lot.
It's like, oh, anyone with celerity 1, you get an extra turn at the end of the round.
And they stacked or something, too.
Oh yeah, if you had celerity 5, you got
Right.
5 extra turns.
I
at the end of the
seem to
round.
remember, like, holding I attacked, too, and then it was like, bam, bam. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
I am going to cast Clinging of the Insect.
Cast what?
Clinging of the Insect.
Okay.
Because, you know, there are structures here.
Yes.
It'll be really helpful for me to be able to.
In trees.
Yes. So that is a successful ritual. So it is intelligence plus blood sorcery, and the difficulty is the ritual level +1. So clinging of the insect is a level 1 spell.
So,
So-
difficulty 2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
3 plus 3.
Did you roll 100 die?
And I did. I know how excited you are about that. I got 2 successes.
2? Okay.
Yes, and that's an 8 on the hungry dice.
Then 8. Okay.
Die.
All right. He says, I'm in position.
Great.
Excellent. I just need to make a rouse check to go invisible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
Nailed it.
I'm going to make a rouse check for toughness.
Okay.
Made it.
Okay.
Got a
Sweet.
real cute sword drawn.
Very good.
He does make a sword.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are basically sort of off the road, I'm assuming, on one side or the other. And like the trees are obscuring your view, but George tells you, let me know when you're in position.
Okay. So there's the 4 armed guards and then 4 unarmed doing something. Are they all
They're
together?
unloading the truck.
They're unloading.
No, let me draw it out real
Okay.
quick for you, because that may.
And George said he was going to take out the armed guards.
Yes, he's
Specifically,
going to
yes.
take out because they 2 of them are near the front entrance of the place, and he can get them pretty easily. And the other 2 are sort of like, because there's basically like 2 rows of garages, right? And let me just draw it out. It'd be easier. So here's the perimeter fence. That's the road leading up to the place. Little office building is here, where the person is probably asleep. And then there's the 2 rows of garages. The 2 of the armed guards are like, this is like an automatic gate. And then the other 2 seem to be on either side. And they're sort of kind of checking everything.
NPC loop.
Right. The truck is here, and they're unloading stuff. So he can't really even see, because he's
Okay.
he's like way up here,
Those, he can't see those dudes.
so he can't even really get a clean shot at him. These guys are even those are a little iffy.
Okay, and this is this all fenced in?
It's a chain link fence about 6 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
How tall are the garages?
Probably like 9 feet.
Okay.
Is the gate open?
The gate is closed.
Is it locked?
No, it's one of those automatic ones.
Oh, okay.
But again, the
There's a
chain link
little-
on the other side is like 6 feet tall. Like it's not impossible.
There's
to
a little keypad.
How much stealth do I have? Oh, that's not terrible.
Yeah, you will need the rolling stealth rolls will be necessary to get
Whoa.
close.
Uh-uh.
Oh. it'll be fine. I have a high dex.
It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, so now that I'm in, once I'm invisible, I think what I would like to do is, let's see, the most obscured way to get in is probably wait until this guy is back in this corner and hop the fence here to
Okay.
come around this way towards these dudes.
Okay.
'Cause unseen passage works as long as I don't make like a ridiculous amount of noise or anything.
Right,
Then-
or attack someone or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I think it
they
goes-
can't detect me unless they even make a detection roll unless their attention is specifically drawn to me.
Right.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try to hop the fence over here by the office
Okay.
and try to enter the area through the office. So go into the office, see if there's anybody in there.
Okay.
Subdue them if they need to be subdued. If they're not already dead, which I'm assuming they might be, or at least knocked out, and then enter through here. I assume there's a door from the office.
Yeah,
exit.
yeah. Yeah, there's probably a door here. There's a door here. And there's probably a door over here.
Cute. Yeah. So that's what I'll do. I'll hop into the office.
Okay.
I think I'll follow Colin
Okay.
because so the other people, like the ones that we need to take out, because
They're all over here.
are all back
Yeah.
behind but we're all coming from the gate side.
Yeah,
which is
well,
this
the,
side.
George is like over here somewhere.
Yeah.
The way the map is set up right now. And you
Yeah.
guys are like here. Obscured by trees right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go up to the front gate and distract them. You guys can try to do what you need to do.
No!
I'm going to blink up to the front gate.
Because the other, oh my god.
I'm gonna stab you in the face.
I knew someone should have kept an eye on him.
We did. It didn't help.
Knew I should have compelled him.
And you are well within 50 meters. So,
Hey, command sent me. I'm supposed to help you guys unload the truck with the weapons.
You're the worst.
Literally the worst.
roll, what would I make this? Manipulation plus,
Persuasion?
well, I was thinking subterfuge.
Oh, yeah.
Subterfuge. Is that even a thing we have?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
right there in the middle column
There
on
it
the
is.
bottom.
I got no points in it.
Great.
So, I would
Technically,
say...
I would be better at doing this.
Yeah, but you guys want to. You guys want to try out your. You guys don't want to get all stabby. Nobody wanted to talk.
Actually, I'm going to make it...
They're going to murder us.
I'll make it wits plus subterfuge, because wits makes
They're
more
gonna
sense, I think.
shoot you.
Okay.
Have fun.
Oh wait. I need to do one with the blood dice, right?
Yep.
Your wits plus subterfuge is 2 dice?
Yeah, I don't have any subterfuge. All I have is wits. 2 successes. What'd you get? 2 successes?
3.
3.
Stick to what you're good at, Floyd.
Yeah.
I don't know how sad I really am about this.
He's gonna die.
I mean, just
No, you guys don't know.
So, there's 2 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them kind of walks up to the fence a little bit, and the other one is, like, drawing down on you.
Okay.
And
Are they moving away from the van so that?
Well, they're way up here.
Okay.
Because you're coming up. This is where the gate is.
Yeah,
so
I'm
you're
standing
coming
in
up
front
here.
of the gate.
And these guys are just on the other side of the chain link fence. But you can see that there are people here moving crates. And
Are they all looking at me?
just these two.
All right.
And one of them looks at you and says, I don't know what you're playing here, pal, but we ain't expecting any help. You need to move along right now.
Okay, so what's awe, manipulation plus presence?
Yes.
Yes.
So presence is 1. Manipulation is, where is that?
It's
2. 3 successes. So I'm going to tell him to.
What are you doing? What this one?
I'm awing the guy that's
Okay.
talking to me.
Okay.
It's right in front of me, and I'm going to
Got
say,
it.
"You're going to want to open this gate and leave."
Ooh. Okay. I need it. How does initiative work? This matters. This is very important right this second.
Is there a way that, like, so he had a few moments while he's like having this conversation?
Yeah, you guys can be doing stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do
aside from
Scorpion's
face
touch.
palming. Aside from face palming.
Yeah.
You're gonna do what?
Once
Scorpion's touch,
Okay. What does that do?
and I'm gonna fill my mouth with blood, and like it poisons that blood.
Okay.
So, and I'm more hungry now because my mouth is full of blood.
Yeah, delicious. While he's
Should have had a more snack.
being
So is that
ding
resisted?
dong.
I can look it up.
Yes. It's
Yes,
it's wits, or is it resolve?
I forget. We should look
I'll
it up.
get you in a
Composure.
second.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's why I had a cheat sheet and I had to memorize it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
That's why I wrote it
I
down.
want to be sneaking because he is at least being distracting,
That's
even if I am
fine.
going to have to stab him about it.
Yeah. Go ahead and make your stealth roll.
Okay.
And since
Stealth plus what?
he's dexterity,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say you only need 1 success because they are being the
being
two guys who are
distracted.
supposed to watch that approacher.
Anyone aware that they are being affected could try to resist with a contest of composure plus intelligence versus the user's manipulation presence.
It's okay.
If they're aware they're being manipulated.
These are vampire hunters.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, you got 3 or 4?
I got 3.
You got 3. You got 4. All right. Okay, you're at the fence.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 successes to hop the fence stealthily.
Okay, so you're on the other side.
Sweet.
Are you moving?
Yeah, I'm coming forward.
So you guys are
And
here?
So
Yeah, we're hopping the fence and trying to get into the office.
Okay.
And I got 2 successes.
Okay.
And what do you want me to do?
Stealth
Oh.
and dexterity.
Okay, good. Well, dexterity is fine. That's 3. Stealth is 4.
Don't
Okay.
forget your hunger die.
Oh, I got it. That is
At least 2.
yeah, that's 2 successes.
Okay, that's plenty because they're sort of being distracted right now. Now I have to check. Oh wait, does he have celerity? Give me 1 second, because then I wouldn't even bother.
The suspense. Who's getting shot first?
I don't know, but somebody's gonna get blood bonded.
You're not the only one thinking about that.
I mean, it would be very helpful to have some Second Inquisition goals.
No, I'd like to cool at least one of them, but somebody stares and Colin.
Give me 1 second. I
Yeah.
have to find this.
You're totally good.
I mean, I'm seriously considering, like,
Chat says,
oh,
tell George to start shooting and shoot Floyd too.
I mean, I'm just saying that it's possible that, like,
Does any of us have a laser pointer just to put a dot on him?
there's a, like, you know, extinguish vitae, like, over and over. And
Oh
over
no!
again.
So the guy you try to
Friendly fire.
Yeah.
awe says, light him up, and the other guy is about to pull the trigger.
Don't forget to roll your hunger die.
I did roll a hunger die. This one was cocked. 3 successes. But that's double zeros. So that's a critical success.
Oh, yeah.
And the hunger die is a 10.
Oh no!
What does that mean?
That means
It's a
that's
messy
a
critical.
messy
It's a
critical.
messy
Oh, okay.
All right. So the guy like aims at you, and then his head explodes.
I told you should have let me in.
And what happens? What happens? I don't remember what a messy success is. Let me find out real quick.
It's something like something breaks the masquerade. You lose a thing.
Messy critical, lose 1 or more stains, masquerade breach, or lose 1 from an advantage. If
That's
none of
it.
these are applicable, it's just a mess.
It's just a mess.
Oh, he's just going to just start shooting at everything. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of go around the table because there really is no initiative. It's just that PCs
really?
go before NPCs, vampires go before mortals, and then highest in composure. If there's a, so if you all who has what for composure?
I have a 3.
2.
1.
That cannot be correct. How do I have the best composure?
Okay. So
Okay.
you go first.
Because I spent all of my points on resolve, wits, and intelligence.
Also, I spent a lot of the day hallucinating wildly.
That makes sense.
I'm a Bruja. We don't do composure.
I'm just saying the Toreador is the level head on the field.
So
Obviously.
each
I
of
mean,
you,
Felix is working.
each
literally
of you
insane.
roll a die because you tied for composure. Whoever
Okay.
rolls the highest goes
I'm gonna
first.
Roll my Yogg-Sothoth die.
Yeah.
3.
So you go. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Cool. Well, while the guards in the front are distracted, I kind of wanted. I'm going to hop up on the roof of this garage here.
Okay.
Because I imagine with the fire, these guys are going to come down. These guys are going to come down, and I want to get a jump advantage.
Got it. Okay.
So that's what I'm kind of waiting for. So that would be to jump up there. I'm guessing dexterity, athletics.
Yeah. Do you have potence?
I don't know.
Because potence is what allows you to jump great distances. Because I
Right.
mean, you can push your blood. You could make a rouse roll and.
Yeah, I'll make a rouse roll. I'm at 1 hunger. Like that's fine.
Let me see what.
Nope, I'm at 2 hunger.
Well, you still get the rouse,
That's
or you
good.
still get the
thing.
blood surge, but I don't remember.
Good news, there's 4 snacks.
Mm.
I know, I'm very excited about this.
So for that blood surge, what's your blood potency? 2,
Blood potency
8,
is
10,
on the other page
6.
probably.
9,
9.
4.
2. That can't be right. I have 2 colored in.
Mine also says 2.
Yep,
Yeah, you
mine
might have started at 2.
Okay, so 2.
Okay, so you get it adds 1 die.
Great. So it's 1, 3, 2, and replace one of the. Oh no, I've got to replace 2 of them.
I'm going to say you need to jump up there. You need
Shit.
4 successes, and it's not just a jump. It's like a jump. And
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Nah, 3. I'll say 3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got plenty.
You get double zeros anywhere?
No double
Okay,
zeros.
all right.
You
All right.
monster.
So you're
Yeah.
so you're
Okay.
up. You're up on the,
Yep.
on the top of the thing.
And I'm going to go into the office, and
Okay.
The first thing I'm going to do is scan for security feeds.
Make your awareness plus wits. Well, first off, very obviously, there's a desk here where there's a monitor with the little split thing where there's 4 cameras,
Yes.
and it's shut off.
Okay, then that's...
Okay.
I just want to make sure we're not being all recorded right now.
No.
Stu, chat says criticals in combat. To speed up play, if a player rolls a critical for their character in combat against an nameless mortal foe, the human is incapacitated without the need for damage calculation. A messy critical is usually lethal in this regard.
His head exploded.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty lethal.
Super lethal.
Yeah.
but just FYI for future.
Okay, great. So...
Thanks, James. James V.
So I've gone into the office through window, I guess?
Probably this side door right here.
Okay, cool. And then I'm going to run to the Is there a window where I can see the guard that's there at the corner?
Here?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a window and then there's a door right next to it.
Okay, cool. So
And when you get into that room, there's a dead body on the ground.
Whatever.
Okay, I'm just letting you know.
I don't trip on it.
Okay.
Literally and figuratively.
I'm going to climb across the wall so that any booby traps might be avoided.
Okay.
But,
Oh, that's right, you get
and
the
just
sticky.
for fun.
Right.
Because I am Spider-Man.
Beautiful.
Okay. So this guy has no head, and he's laying on the ground.
Yes.
And this guy has not done anything yet.
Okay.
But he has his weapon, but it's not aimed at Floyd.
Okay, cool. I am, so... I've got... I'm gonna try to spit at your boy.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got a success. And that is, so, on a hit with Scorpion's Touch, I'm going to roll Strength plus Blood Sorcery versus Stamina plus Occult or Fortitude. And I got 3 successes on mine.
That is the roll to hit him?
Yeah, so
Okay.
So if when I'm spitting, I have to roll Dex plus Athletics,
Mm-hmm.
and then but the effect of the Scorpion's Touch is Strength plus Blood Sorcery versus Stamina plus
Okay.
Occult or Fortitude.
So that's where you got the 4 success? 3? 4?
That's where I
3.
got the 3 successes.
And what is it? What is it resisted by again?
Stamina plus Occult or Fortitude.
Who's the tie go to?
Good question.
Let me see if it says in the dice mechanics.
One of mine was a 10, so I'm going to say it should go to me.
Right?
But one of these was a 10.
Oh.
That's it.
Still, it should go to you.
My next highest was a 9,
You know what?
therefore it should go to me.
And his next highest was a 9.
And now
Everyone.
you're just
My
being
next
silly.
highest was a 7, therefore
His
it
next
should go
highest
to
was a
me.
9.
I hate everyone.
No, I'm going to give it to you because you're a PC.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Ties go to players before storyteller and PCs.
Got it. Okay.
Beautiful.
Falls unconscious.
All right. He gets hit with some kind. Does it look like blood or does it look like venom or?
I am going to say that it's just like a black bile.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, nice.
I'm going to
Ooh,
choose that.
like a stink bug.
Like where I and spit
Okay.
in the sense of like kind of a gross oily ooze.
Kind of like a Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cute.
You inked him like a squid.
Yeah.
I love it.
You made me ink. Okay. So you hit him and he falls to the ground and some black muck hits the guy in the face and he falls to the ground.
Oh, the guy that's next to me? Or the
The guy,
that I'm talking to?
the guy we were just talking to.
It's the guy in the face, right in front of him. Okay, well, whatever.
No,
It sits him in the side of the face.
Oh, okay.
She's in the.
Yeah.
You really should have let me in.
Oh, my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are these guys doing?
Oh no, I don't even need to roll. No, the sniper rifle went off. They're all they're busy. It looks like they're busying themselves doing something. You can't really tell exactly what they're doing because you're over here somewhere, right?
Yeah.
You can't really tell exactly what they're doing, but they're doing something.
Okay.
They're no longer unloading the truck.
What's this guy doing?
He's not there right now. He's on this pass when he went by, but you can hear like stomping and gravel coming this direction quickly.
Oh, okay. then I am gonna go. Let's see. I think around this way and come up behind him.
Okay, all right. So you don't have celerity, right?
No.
Okay, so you can probably get to like about there.
Okay, but I'm still faster than a human, yeah.
And you're about that same speed,
Oh.
unless you push. Unless you push.
Boo, lame.
So you're probably like about here.
But you don't get tired, is the thing.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
Okay. And you're up on here,
Yep.
and you're in there, and Floyd is there. Okay.
And where's Pooja?
She's in the office.
She's in the
I'm in
office.
the office next to that.
And now it is Floyd's turn.
So, is there anybody else within shouting distance, I guess?
You could shout to these guys down here.
Who are doing something that are no longer
Talking to humans.
So,
that they are no longer unloading the truck and instead are setting up some kind of something that's
if I
only
cast...
going to be bad.
Okay, if I cast Awe, will it affect everybody in the area?
No, I think you have to be close enough.
Because I don't want to affect them.
Well, you're not going to affect me.
That is presence, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Let me just check.
I think they have to be able to see you.
Anyone in the presence of the vampire finds their attention inexplicably drawn to them. Those listening to the vampire speak might suddenly agree on subjects where they once held different viewpoints. While this power does not cause rapt infatuation, it is still strong enough to sway most minds of most mortals. And you're going to roll manipulation plus presence versus composure plus intelligence. And then you have to talk, and you have to persuade them, and then you will use persuasion or performance or something like that, and you'll add your presence to it, to the dice pool.
But will it affect them as well as the mortals? Or it's anybody that can hear me?
Anyone in the presence of the vampire finds their attention inexplicably drawn to them.
Can I slight retcon?
Yes.
Because I remembered something that someone told me earlier. I think I would wait here for this guy if I heard him coming this way.
Okay, all right, no problem.
To ambush him.
Got it.
Because I have a shotgun.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm armed. You don't just have a shoe this time.
No, I'm not going to throw my shoe at the enemy this time yet.
Who throws their shoe at people?
Honestly.
I did.
She had
They were very spiky.
It was a
Austin Powers reference. Yeah. Well, okay.
I have my composure plus intelligence dice ready.
Do you? I guess I'm just going to see what can I do. Then I'm going to urge. It's what is it? It's persuade. It's manipulation plus presence.
Yeah.
Which
Versus their composure
Right.
plus intelligence.
Right. I guess I'll just tell them all to drop their weapons.
Okay.
That's safe enough because you
Now
guys.
roll your manipulation plus presence versus that first, because this is the actual like bing, and then you'll roll the other one.
So this is manipulation and presence.
Yes.
Versus
All fails. Epic fail.
And justice is served.
Well done, dice. The dice said no.
it's the storkiest of stork things. Although the true storkiest would have been if he had gotten the bestial
Right.
fail.
Yeah.
Well, they would have gotten 3 successes had to resist.
Okay.
But there is something really like satisfying about coming up all blanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And also
beautiful.
the big reveal that there's only 3 dice there.
There's only 3. Wah, wah, wah. I should just have like a little wah, wah, wah every time I pull the thing away. One of those moo dice.
Oh, they yeah, you need to put like a little little music box on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so now
Just the moo thing would be great. Yes. I want this.
Uh-oh. Counting dice.
okay. This guy goes down.
Okay.
oh good.
You hear it echoing off the mountains. His sniper rifle's very, very loud.
He needs a silencer.
Yeah, that's not a good sniper rifle.
Well, it lowers your range, and it
slows down the muzzle velocity.
and
True.
kind of throws off your accuracy.
For the vampire with celerity, or I'm assuming celerity, like, oh no, it slows you down like that much. You're still faster than the average human. You're just being greedy.
He's also from the Civil War. Those guns were loud too. He's probably just used
I guess
to it.
that's true.
Yeah,
He's probably
like,
halfway deaf.
What? It could be quiet?
Right?
Who
I don't have
does
to load
this?
it into the barrel.
Quiet,
He
guys.
just likes the noise.
Oh, yeah, Kentucky long rifle, yeah.
This is amazing. Maybe he doesn't know about silencers yet.
Technically, he's set up a mile away. We're just hearing the echo.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So you continue to hear tromping, and you probably hear the sound, that inevitable sound of
Machine guns getting locked.
that thing,
Yeah.
the sound of rounds being put in
Inevitability.
chambers. Right. A few times, and then back.
Yeah. I don't know if holding a turn is a thing.
And also, these guys are no longer visible.
Okay.
They're either bunched up here or they're somewhere else.
Okay. Because I'd like to literally get the jump on them as they come running down.
Okay.
But if they're not there yet, then I can't do that yet.
Where are you now?
I'm
He's
on
on
top.
the roof.
I'm on the roof. I mean, I could run over to where they are and jump down from there, but it worries me there's 4 of them with machine guns and me with a little
Correct.
stabby blade.
That's what human shields are for.
I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I'm gonna... Again, I don't know, can I hold my turn?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my turn until
Okay.
they cross my path so I can jump down and start stabbing.
And you just interrupt me whenever you want to take your
Yep,
turn.
sounds good.
Okay. So he's coming up that way. That guy has more explodey head. Cool. And gonna get up on the roof of the office building, I guess.
Up here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you out the door. Make a strength plus athletics to get up there.
I am gonna climb.
Oh, that's right. You climb.
the
Never mind.
walls.
Okay. So you're up on top of the roof.
Yes. Crouched low in the way of the spider people.
Right. You can see that there is definitely someone using this step van as cover. There's at least one person behind that truck. From your vantage point, you can see that pretty easily.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for this guy to get up about here and then shoot him in the face.
Okay. He gets up about there.
Okay. What do I roll to shoot aside from firearms?
Firearms plus dexterity. Well, let me make sure. That's probably it.
Do I get any bonuses for being invisible?
Yeah. Let me look at how it's done because
Okay.
we haven't had a fight yet. Conflict with shooties.
When I write an RPG book, that'll be the chapter.
Composure plus firearms is what you roll.
Composure?
Composure plus firearms.
Okay, that's the same also. Guess it's only slightly better if I yell at him.
And what I'm going to do, because basically the way combat works is these are exchanges. So
Yeah.
you're shooting at him while he's trying to shoot at you.
Okay.
But since you're invisible, and at the moment your gun goes off, I'm going to say you become visible at that point.
Yeah, that's fair, because it's
Right.
going to make a big boom.
Right.
Also, I'm probably crouched and aiming at like where his head should be.
Okay.
So if he turns to shoot, then I'm low.
So I'm going to put him at a significant disadvantage because
Okay.
you're not visible. But the way it works is we both roll. Whoever gets the most successes does the damage.
I'm gonna die. Okay. got one. Yay!
All right. So the one you did is the damage you take, but you're using a shotgun, so that probably is going to add.
Yeah.
Add
The large
more.
bore shotgun that we got from Terrence James' house
Okay.
is what I want.
I'm going to say +4 for now because I don't want to look it up.
Okay.
So that's 5. They don't use lethal anymore.
It's like aggravated.
It'd be ag for a
Mortals,
mortal.
At least on the sorcery side, all the damage the mortals take is aggravated,
Right.
but the other is superficial.
Okay. So I said +4, so a total of 5
5,
because you got
yeah.
one success. Okay. All right. Okay, he's down.
Sweet. Is he dead?
Probably not.
Can I eat him a little?
Sure.
Okay. Until he's dead.
Okay.
Like you do.
And he's also got a what looks like a 7.62 assault rifle,
Great. I'm gonna take that.
like an M10 or something.
It's an M10.
Chat says 12 gauges +4 damage value.
I guessed
So you
right.
had it right on
Nailed
the
it.
money.
Okay. And then it goes to Lloyd's turn. Lloyd.
I'm going to jump over the fence.
Praise the Lord.
Lloyd
Okay.
now.
With the soaring leap, which I think is just... I don't know if I have to do an activation for that. Do you? Did you?
Is that potence?
Yes.
No, I didn't have potence. I just used skills and pushed my blood.
Let me look it up just right now. Disciplines.
I'm gonna look it up right now
Potence.
too. Potence. Oh, and I think I got it.
I think it's free because I used it once before. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Yeah, it's free.
Oh, okay.
Jump a number of meters equal to 3 times their potence level. So I think we decided
What's
it was
your
20
potence?
feet. It was 20 feet. My potence is at 2.
So okay. Yeah. Well, the fence is only like
Yeah.
6 or 7.
So I'll
feet high,
just hop over.
not a problem.
Okay.
You're on the other side of the fence.
Okay. I want to blink up next to that truck where those guys are loading those weapons. We're loading it.
Can you use more than one
I don't
discipline
know.
in a
So then I'm done.
turn? I don't know.
Okay, then I'll
I don't
wait.
think- Okay.
At least duck behind a corner or something.
No, I'm drawing their fire so you guys can do stuff.
He's a meat shield.
Okay.
Or we should have just built up.
We're doing that.
Pooja.
This way they're all focused
Nice
on.
off.
This way they're all focused on me. They don't know you're there.
Ooh, 7 successes.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof.
Everyone dies.
You hear the
Rocks fall.
you hear it go. You hear the sniper rifle go off again, and you can't see it. You can see it. Floyd can see it. You can probably see it. The truck shudders.
Oh.
Nice.
And they're going to take a shot at you.
Okay.
One of them comes out from behind. If you're on, you're not. Are you armed with a gun?
I am not armed. I am unarmed, but I have my toughness on. And toughness is pretty gnarly.
That's when we get to damage because
Right.
there's a roll.
Well, before that, I'm going to use rapid reflexes to dodge the bullet.
What is that? What does it exactly does that do?
It allows me to dodge the bullet.
Does it?
It allows me to make a dodge roll.
It adds your celerity, I think, to your defense roll. Or
think
if you
it allows me to-
It lets you ignore penalties for not having cover.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
I think it's more
Because
than
I
that.
just looked that up before the game.
With this power, Vampire suffers no penalty to their defense pools for lack of cover against firearm attacks. They can also take a minor action worth up to 2 dice per turn, such as readying or reloading a weapon.
Okay.
But it says it allows them to it can observe incoming projectiles to the extent that they can attempt to dodge arrows and even bullets without available cover.
So okay, he rolled 2 successes, you need to roll Dex plus Athletics. And you need to get, if you get 2 successes, the tie goes to you.
One success.
Okay. So you get hit.
Okay.
And this is the joy of incendiary ammunition.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
You guys knew they were using that.
Sure did. That's why I wasn't going up talking to him.
Nuh-uh.
Hence the I spat upon them from a distance.
Yeah. I got that Bette Midler song stuck in my head.
You're the wind beneath my wings?
No,
From a distance.
I was like,
You know the one.
I know, girl.
I didn't realize that Bette Midler had a I spat upon them song.
Yeah, you don't know Bette Midler's song about spitting blood on people? Oh my god.
So toughness is on
About this ago.
258.
It was on a new 2016 album.
Okay, the weapon bonus is 4, so that's a total of 5 that you would
So
take.
subtract the fortitude of the defender from all superficial damage sustained. This occurs before having the damage and cannot reduce the damage below 1.
This is not superficial
No,
damage.
it isn't.
No.
It gives no protection against banes and other aggravated damage. The protection it confers adds a weapon long zone. Okay, so it's how much?
5. 5 ag.
5 ag. So that comes off of what?
Your health, which is a little track near the underneath. Usually it's underneath,
It's underneath
your
your
stats.
skills.
Yeah, underneath physical. Middle of the page.
There it is.
Yep.
How much health do I have? Did I just knock the boxes off?
Well, you should have a total of health, and then
Yeah.
I think it's...
I don't think I filled out those boxes.
Oh.
Oops. I should check into that.
I'll look at it real quick.
Yeah, like I have 5.
I have 5
So
as
do
well.
I don't have any.
Oh,
That's
You have
well.
0. You're dead
Or
already.
you have all of it.
Or I have all of it, which is... Yeah, we got
I'm
a
looking
pretty
it up.
high stamina.
It's that high.
I doubt it
It's-
is, too.
I'm sure it's stamina plus something.
I'll look at
Maybe
it.
composure
I just forgot to fill it out on my character sheet.
Let's see. 119.
or resolve, maybe. No.
Health is
Stamina
stamina
plus
plus
three.
3.
Oh, stamina plus 3.
James.
So,
Boom.
4, 5, 6, 7. So I have
Oh.
7.
Oh, good.
You are the tank. You are the brute squad.
I'm a Bruja.
I was about to say,
You're the
Bruja.
Bruja squad.
So you took 5.
Okay.
Let's see.
So no one is coming out from behind the
One
semi?
one guy just did and fired at him.
But did he come out in front of the semi, or did he do
No, he
the...
like peeked around the side. And,
Okay.
Are the incendiary rounds Raufoss?
are they what?
Raufoss? Raufoss? P380?
I don't know.
I'm,
Oh, they're asking in the chat
according
room.
to chat, P380 Raufoss ignores any body armor, causing +5 damage, all of it aggravated.
Isn't that literally what you just did?
When I only had +4. We'll keep it at +4 for now.
Okay.
Chat, stop trying to kill us. Rude.
Well, yeah, it ignored it in the armor. I'm wearing the body armor, too, so I didn't do anything with that.
Right. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, they probably shot you in the arm, and it is just the best.
Yeah.
Just a flesh wound. It's fine.
You're armed off.
Okay. You can also hear some scuffling coming from that direction as well. So
Okay.
there are people moving around. You see someone run from the back of the van to there,
Okay.
Only her?
and it's now your turn.
I didn't see them run from to that corner.
Yeah, you probably did. You probably saw
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. I'll go ahead and move over there and do a little hoppy hop stabby stab.
Okay.
They don't know you're there yet, right?
They
So
have
it's gonna
no
be a total
idea I'm there.
surprise.
Yep.
Everybody's looking
Death
at me.
from above.
Yes. So I'm guessing that's strength and melee swords. Oh, I forget. What specialty gets me what?
Huh?
A specialty gets me what? If I have a specialty in
One
something?
extra die?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
It
it's a 1.
does. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Okay. I replace 2 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have 1 more. Okay. 6 dice total. 2 of them are hunger dice. That's 3 successes.
Okay. And that's versus this would be versus. What did you roll for your attacking?
I did melee, swords, and strength.
Because basically, when you hand-to-hand combat is always like a contested thing.
I do have the element of surprise.
Yeah.
Most people aren't expecting a sword from the sky.
No. Not in
I mean,
2020.
our two chief weapons are surprised at a sword from the sky. And vampires.
Rain of swords. Ah!
I'm just really into like the inserting stabbing motion. Like it's
I mean,
yeah.
story checks out.
I got 1 success. How much you get?
3?
3. Okay, so you do 2 damage plus whatever the bonus for the sword is.
I don't know what that is.
Let's say 2.
Okay, sure.
What type of sword is it?
So 4.
I don't know. Sword?
Swordy sword?
Swordy sword?
I feel like you'd have a fancy sword.
Oh, it would be a fancy sword. It'd be like a dueling sword. That's what I would have been trained in.
It doesn't mean it does more damage, though.
But I'm just saying, like, if that helps Stork's inquiry, it would be.
I'm sure there's sword in there. If there is a
I'm actually
sword.
looking it up. Just to see.
Well,
I'm
sword
It's
is
not going to
I'm
have
curious.
more than one.
Well, sword was one of the specialties it offered as an example.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that they must have at least a sword.
Right.
And
Okay.
There must be a sword somewhere.
So you slash the guy. He is not down.
that's fine.
He basically kind of parried a little bit with his rifle, but you kind of caught him on the shoulder.
Sure.
It is your turn.
Great. I'm gonna go around the back there.
This way?
Like, yeah,
Okay.
along the side of the building.
Okay. So you went kind of get about there.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm gonna go. So it's gonna be on the building. I'm gonna go. So from there,
Oh, you're going to jump up, hop up on the building?
I'm gonna cling to the side
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that. Okay.
Jesus,
because I
Spider.
don't want to be on the roof when he just came from there.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
now they're expecting things from the sky,
Right.
but people rarely remember to look at all the directions.
Okay.
Okay, now that no one's looking at me because they're all dead, I'm gonna go invisible again.
Okay.
So Ralph's check. 7. Great. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm invisible and I'm gonna go. Shortest route is this way. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna like
Yeah, you probably get about.
kind of creep over
Well,
there.
it's established there are people hiding behind here with guns, so I don't know how far you want to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna creep. Is there anybody in the truck?
No.
I'm gonna creep up to there and see if the keys are in the truck.
Okay. Before you do that, you do see steam coming out from underneath the hood.
Oh, okay. I don't want to go to
Okay.
that then.
Yeah, as soon
Go
as
to
you,
the exploding
as soon as you go
place.
around the corner, you see because you heard a shot go off,
Yeah.
and then you heard a loud metallic clang. That must have been it.
Okay. Yeah, if the truck is smoking, I don't want to get too close to it, so I would probably
Well, it's steam,
steam.
like their hole in the radiator.
Okay, it still might explode. She doesn't
Okay.
know that much about trucks. So, and my goal is to sneak back around here so I can see
Oh, that's
what
right.
these
You're
assholes
unseen.
are doing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they can't see me.
Yeah.
You can get that far.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see that there's 3 guys hiding back there with rifles.
These guys. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to blink up to the side of that truck where those guys are. Mm-hmm. Now, what I'm hoping is if I get in close enough, they can't actually use rifles because they'll be in danger of shooting each other because they're only behind a small truck, right?
Right. Well, yeah. It's like a big box truck.
Yeah.
Not like a semi, but
Kind of like a shorty 40.
yeah.
So I want to, I guess, blink up this side
Okay.
and let's see. I guess I'll just do a brawl attack with my lethal body,
Okay.
which is
That does. I think that does. You add. I think you add the damage for your potence to it.
It's weird. I think
It- 'cause
depending, you have to use unarmed attack, so it has to be a brawl attack. A, B, C, D, element P.
Yeah, I think I looked this one up too.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I'll read it to you just so everybody knows. Lethal body. Using this power, the user is capable of causing horrendous damage to mortals, tearing skin and breaking bones with bare fingers. The user unarmed attacks can now do aggravated health damage to
Right.
mortals if desired.
Yeah.
They also ignore 1 level of armor per potence level of the user. Cost is free.
Okay.
So I just have to make a brawl attack, which is
Now this is still contested.
okay.
That's the way it works.
And because I don't have athletics, I guess it's just
Well, let me look.
yeah. It's probably just dex.
Close combat, strength plus brawl. Then we both roll it.
Oh, perfect.
They're using their firearm.
Yeah.
Okay. Chat says if engaged in hand-to-hand combat, the wielder of the firearm uses strength plus firearms against the opponent's
Okay,
brawl
all right.
/ melee pool. The opponent does not receive a penalty for lacking cover. Instead, the firearm suffers -2 dice penalty if targeting someone outside the scuffle, as well as -2 penalty for firearms larger than a pistol.
Okay, got it. Well, the guy he's attacking is going to be using his rifle as a melee weapon.
Okay.
Right. The other two guys might not.
4 successes.
I got 2. So okay. So that does 2 ag. Is that correct?
I think it's more than that, isn't it? Depending on. Well, what does brawl do? I guess. Oh, because you save 2, so I get 2 more, 2 on top of that. Okay, I guess.
No, by default, you roll a contest, and
Right,
whoever
right.
gets the most, the difference that they roll is the amount of damage that's inflicted.
Right. Okay.
And then if you're using certain weapons, it has a bonus.
Right, because this is a.
But instead of this would be
It
ag
says
damage.
the
rather
user's
than-
unarmed attack, so I have to do unarmed, so it has to just be.
Well, I may be thinking of a different one, but I think if you read a little further, I think you can use it in melee as well, but you only take half. Or is that a different?
I think that's a different
Okay,
one.
all right.
What I read you, the user's unarmed attacks can now do aggravated health damage to mortals if desired. They also ignore 1 level of armor per potence level of the user. So
He's not wearing armor.
Okay, so I guess you're right. 2 ag.
2. Okay.
It's a very good brouhaha.
4.
I mean, we like to talk about how like you roll and all the dice come up blanks and like it's the storkiest of the storks, but like you did good.
Oh, I know.
You hear another shot go off, and then you hear a thunderous explosion coming from near the office.
Oh.
I'm glad I wasn't up there.
FYI, there was a big propane tank here.
Oh.
Super glad I wasn't there anymore.
And
I'm
it's their
guessing
turn.
George blew the propane tank?
Yeah.
Okay.
Asshole.
So if they're at a -2 die penalty if they're shooting into a scuffle, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So 4.
Or no, I assume it works both ways. They have a -2 die penalty if they're in the scuffle and they're shooting someone not in the scuffle. But I assume it probably have to work both ways.
I would think so.
They're also
And
using.
then they have another -2 because they're using a rifle instead of a
I was going to
pistol.
say
Well, that's
ranged
if they're
weapon
in
at
the
close
scuffle.
range, right?
Oh, okay.
Because it's, like anything bigger than a pistol is going to be unwieldy in a scuffle. I like the word scuffle.
Scuffle.
That's a good word.
Yeah, I just was wondering, or hoping, really, that they're going to have a negative because they're using a rifle at close range.
I'll give them 1 less. I didn't see anything in there for that.
Okay.
Because I still got 2 successes, and you are rolling. Dex plus athletics.
Oh.
2 successes.
Exactly what you needed. Okay. And then the other guy, you do the same thing. 2 successes.
None.
Uh-oh.
So that's 2. What did I say? It was a +4.
Yeah.
That's another 6.
So that drops me.
Okay.
So is that a dead
No.
without health? So that's I only had 2 left. So then what did you give me? 6?
Yeah. I don't remember.
It was 6. So next.
Do you get
now there's
anything
4.
because of your rapid reflexes?
Well, that's what that dodge was.
Oh, okay.
That was me dodging bullets.
I see.
Okay. But the toughness
Oh,
didn't
well,
do anything.
no, you have... Should you have added your celerity?
That's what the
Oh, no.
rapid reflexes is.
No, it's not.
That's...
Rapid reflexes lets you ignore, not take any penalties for not taking cover, and the potential for dodging bullets.
Dodge is Dex plus Athletics. I thought that's what I was
That's
doing.
what you rolled Dex plus Athletics versus their firearms plus Resolve.
To dodge the bullet, right?
To what? That's under all circumstances.
Okay.
So then, if you have rapid reflexes, shouldn't it add more? If you always have the chance to dodge, then it feels like rapid reflexes should add something else.
The bonus it gives you is that if you are not behind cover, there's no penalty, because there's a penalty of -2 dice if you are out in the open and someone is shooting at you.
Okay.
Right. So with this power, the vampire suffers no penalty to their defense pools for lack
Right.
of cover. So against firearms attacks, they can also take a minor action worth up to 2 dice per turn, such as readying or reloading a weapon. It's passive.
Yeah. It is a level 1
They can
celerity spell.
They can
or
attempt to
power.
dodge arrows and even bullets without available cover in it. And a dodge is Athletics plus Dex.
Yes.
Okay.
So we did it right.
It's just the penalty dice that I didn't get. I was
Okay.
like, wait, so it doesn't do anything? I was just confused.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay. So you're down.
Yep.
All right.
I might be dead. I'm not sure how that works. I'll
Look
start
that up
looking
while everything's going around.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's back to the top of.
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep stabbing.
Okay.
I like my stabbing.
Stab, stab,
So
stab.
strength. And
And he is. Let's see. So he's also going to be rolling. It's strength plus brawl, correct? No. Dexterity plus melee. That's rolling?
I mean, I will take dexterity plus melee.
Well, you're using a sword, right?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, dexterity plus melee.
Well, I need to replace one of these with another. I have 2 hunger.
I got 1 success.
Uh-oh.
I have 2 successes. It's a critical success. Both 10s are on the hunger die.
Nice.
Yes.
Finally, somebody got one.
So messy.
It's so messy.
Wait.
My only successes are both 10s and both are on the hunger die.
That's awesome.
But a messy critical is a critical success with 1 hunger die. Oh, with 1 hunger die showing a 10.
Yeah, I got 2.
He's got 2.
Oh, you've got 2.
He's
Oh,
an
shit.
overachiever.
That's extra messy. All right.
Okay. So, obviously you succeed and you will eviscerate this guy in some way.
I love it.
A Masquerade Breach really isn't applicable right now.
Not at all.
Stains are available, certainly.
Okay.
You could lose a dot from an advantage, and if none of those are but I think either one of those could
I think a stain is a good
stain,
call.
okay.
Because I think at this point, especially, what stain was it? Or what thing were we talking about? Like a person, like a beast. I think at this point,
Okay.
because he's also hungry, I think, yeah, he eviscerated him, like, drew him in, stabbed him, pulled him
probably
in
the-
closer on the blade. Yeah.
That scene
then
is so
it's
creepy.
real
Maybe a
close
little,
and
maybe a
personal.
little feeding. Maybe a
Okay.
little, pulled him, like, stabbed him, pulled him along the blade to get him closer
There
to
you
him.
go.
And then
All right.
just, like, fed on him like a motherfucker.
While the guy's screaming a blood-curdling scream.
Yep, that's a thing. So I don't know how much hunger you want to give me back for that, but I will take.
We're in combat, so I'll say 1.
Okay. That's fine, bring it down to 1. Yeah, and
And then you take a stain. And the stains start on the right side of your humanity
That's
track.
right. Okay.
So you just put a light
put an
X
X,
on
yeah.
it, and then
I need to still go back and I have it marked to go back and fix
okay,
that. But
and then at the end of the session, remind me you'll roll the empty squares that you have left in humanity. And then if you get at least one success, you feel terrible for what you've done. You erase your stain.
Okay.
Otherwise, fuck it, you don't care, and you erase a level of humanity. And,
Oh, that's
and
cute.
The stain.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Cool. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go the rest of the way around.
Okay. And you see the horrific scene of him like feeding like a dog on a carcass.
So messy.
I was hungry. I didn't pack a trail mix.
You're probably like all on all fours.
Oh, I imagine like again, I drew him on the blade and feeding on him, and then just like kept twisting the blade as I'm like it's
Right.
it's much. I'm really enjoying this moment.
And there are 3 other guys back there.
So yeah, you come around here, you can probably see Floyd's back, and he's squared off with no. Floyd is on the ground,
Floyd's dead.
and there are 3 guys there, and they're all facing your direction because he came around that side, and so they all went, oh shit.
Floyd came from.
He went around.
He went this way.
We also
And he
blinked,
blinked.
over here.
No, I blinked.
He
to
went
that
around the
other
other side.
I went
though.
around the other side.
He went around this way.
I did
Okay.
that.
You can hop on the top of the truck.
Well, I'm gonna fling blood. I'm going to fling like my blood over there, attempting to hit any of them with it.
Oh, is this the venomous blood?
No, this is just blood. I want to do something else.
Okay.
It's fun. It'll
All right.
be great.
I'm excited.
Do you have to make a roll to do that?
I'm assuming like I would need to make like a dexterity kind
Okay.
of roll to like hit them with.
Okay.
Okay, so I looked up all the sorcery things, and it's the regular like melee kind of things that I don't necessarily get.
Okay. Oh, got it.
So like I don't care which one I hit or how many of them I hit. So
Okay.
like if
Well-
I just like go
Roll dexterity plus athletics,
okay.
and we'll say that for each success you hit one of them. There's a total of 3.
Okay. 2.
Okay.
And great, so I'm going to cast Dagon's Call.
Okay. What does that do?
And it is Resolve plus Blood Sorcery versus Stamina and Resolve.
Okay.
Wrong dice.
1 success.
I'm even more hungry.
You should totally eat a guy.
I'm going to.
It
Trust me.
feels great.
Do recommend.
And then Blood Sorcery is...
Oh, one of them got 3 successes. The other one got 1.
Okay, so this is 3 plus 4. And I got 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay.
So one of them takes. Oh, fuck. Sorry. I should write them more things down. May I
In your
see
book?
someone's? Page 278. Because his blood blisters.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's a cute look.
And there we go. And resolve, stamina, resolve. And he takes a point of damage and his lungs start to fill with blood, aggravated.
Excellent. Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm going to say that's the same guy that Stork was fighting.
Okay, so it took a while to find. 'Cause it's not.
Thank you.
There is no place for death or combat or damage or whatever. But on 223, it says mechanically, when a vampire's health tracker is filled with aggravated damage, the vampire enters torpor. Any additional aggravated damage from fire or sunlight sustained in this state causes final death, as does decapitation or total destruction of the body.
I'm going to say that you're in torpor.
Okay.
Like, I would say if it was the additional attack after you're in torpor.
Okay, and then once you're in torpor, you remain in torpor for a length of time dictated by their humanity. And then I guess once a day they heal a point.
Right. The aggravated damage takes I remember that takes a long time to heal. Okay. And I think you may have to make a rouse check or something. I think. Okay. Oh, he's down, by the way. He's down.
Okay, so there are 2 guards left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and where are they?
Ah, the werewolves are coming.
Werewolves again. Are they?
Darn it, Dahlia, don't spoil the surprise.
Oh Lord.
They're both.
You
behind.
are in the middle of the woods.
Oh, I
It's
know.
true. They're both behind the truck.
Yes.
Okay,
Facing away from you.
facing away from me. Perfect. Shh, werewolves, sit.
Someone get back on the phone.
Oh my god. So rude. Okay, so let's see. What would I like to do? Well, I do have this nifty assault rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Although, if they shoot me, that's not great.
Well, there's what, 2 left?
There's 2, yeah.
I can do math sometimes. Still don't understand this hexadecimal thing. I'm gonna have to look it up later.
What would I roll if I wanted to just, like, grab one and drag him around the corner to eat him a little?
Strength plus brawl, I would say, and it would be an opposed roll. There's actually, you know what? There's actually a
Grappling.
There's actually grappling rules,
There are.
and they're not that complicated if I recall
I
correctly.
think you're right. I think it's just contested.
I'm not really
We're all
good
playing a big
at
part of
that,
it.
though.
So yeah, strength plus brawl, restrained from moving, blah blah blah. Next turn, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can cause them damage. You can bite them for 2 ag. You can hold them in place. And there's no bite penalty when they're grappled.
So not built for combat. It's difficult. Let me look real quick at how demontation works again.
That's under dominate now.
Yeah.
It used to be its own.
I
thing.
know. It used to be its own category, which was fun. Okay, so... Okay, so it says after engaging in a conversation. Can that conversation be one-sided?
I guess. Why? What do we?
Well, my thinking is if I just sneak up behind him and start whispering crazy nonsense in his ear and make him go mad. Is what I would like to do.
What is the effect? What is it?
It basically, the victim finds themselves increasingly agitated as their inner demons bubble to the surface, eventually drowning out all rhyme and reason.
I don't know.
That's tasty.
I like it.
It gives them the crazies.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out madness is infectious.
If you believe in yourself, it is.
Oh no, Stork, you're already on.
Because up
It's
is down
backwards.
and
That
down
That was
is
the
up.
backwards one.
My other option is I also have
So I was off
compel.
Now you're muted.
Now you're muted.
Because I had it off before earlier. Isn't that weird?
I can hear you fine though. I can't. You were muted right now, definitely.
Yeah. Now you're definitely muted.
Sorry.
This is
Turn yourself back on. Thank you.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay. That's fair. Okay.
Witty commentary must
Wow.
be had. Cool.
I mean, I do also have compel, which I could use instead.
I think that probably would because it's hard to have a conversation when people are trying to shoot at you.
That's very true.
Yeah, that just requires eye contact.
Okay.
Is that the single word sit?
It has to be like no longer than a short sentence to be obeyed to the letter.
Okay, and that is
Charisma plus dominate versus intelligence
plus
plus
resolve.
resolve. Yeah, okay. What's my charisma? 2, okay.
Got 1 success.
Oh,
I got 2.
Okay, all right.
I would like to tell him to shoot the guy next to him.
Okay. All right. And he will do that on his turn.
Great.
And unconscious, torpid. He shoots the van again.
He shoots me again?
No, the van.
Because if he does, I'm probably dead.
No, the guy who shot you is now unconscious because I boiled his blood in his veins and had it flood his lungs.
Unconscious or like unconscious? That was a choking motion.
Okay.
For the podcast people.
He turns and fires at the guy in the head and hits him and kills him. He falls to the ground.
Great.
There's now one guy left.
Ghoul his ass.
Yeah. Let's
Well, technically there are 3 who are alive, just 2 are unconscious right now.
Right, I was
Oh,
going
I
to say the one at the
definitely
gate
ate
you
one.
unconscious too, right?
I ate my guy.
No,
Yeah, I
but,
definitely ate my
2
guy.
of mine are unconscious.
Oh, okay.
1, if you don't want to take care of yours, I could boil his blood too.
Oh no! I have a plan, and you make him an easy ghoul. I'm going to use entrancement on this guy, which I need to see the specifics as far as what I'm rolling. But it's the presence. I know that much. It's the presence, level 3 power. Dominate, fortitude, obfuscate, presence, entrancement. The vampire focuses their unnatural lore on a single person, instilling with them a rapt fascination or infatuation akin to falling head over heels in love or meeting one's lifelong idol. Blah, 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 blah. 1 rouse check. Okay. Need a 6 or higher?
Yes.
Damn, I keep failing these rouse checks. Okay, I'm back to hunger 2. That's fine.
I'm not
Everything's
hungry
fine
for
here.
you. Just
Okay.
We're gonna get stigmata soon.
Vampire dice pool. Charisma plus presence versus composure and
Oh,
wits.
no.
So
Still
charisma,
I got 1 success.
presence. Yeah, I knocked the living shit out of that.
1, 2, 3, 4 that I can see. I can't see your.
1,
your
2,
wonderful
3,
dice.
4, 5, 6.
6. Okay. You have yeah, how many 10s do you have? 2.
Just the one.
Okay.
I see you. I see you. My blood dice were 8s.
Okay.
Both 8s.
All right.
Okay. The vampire only needs gain the subject's attention to win a contest, charisma, presence. Okay. The effect lasts for roughly 1 hour. The vampire can do this. Okay. After succeeding, the user adds dice equal to the presence rating for any social dice pool against the entranced subject. Requests resulting in obvious harm to the subject or their loved ones or oppose the subject's tenants fail and require immediate power contests. Roll as above, or the entrancement immediately fails. So basically, I got him real odd.
Okay.
He's super odd, and I would like to ghoul him.
Okay.
Let's get a good little ghouly ghoul on. I don't know how that works.
You got to give him. It takes 3. Does it still take 3?
Well, it takes 3 for a vampire. For a mortal, it doesn't take that.
Oh, okay.
If you real quick, because the 2. And oh, that's not the same. 234. Great. So, the mortal is, I believe, just 1. But I'm gonna double check. Blood bond.
I think blood bonds between.
Well, because a mortal who drinks a vampire's blood becomes something both more and less than human for a time.
Okay.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's just
just
one.
give us a specific. Okay. All right.
Cool.
And it arrests the aging process. Effects are temporary. If weaned off of vampire blood, the mortal deteriorates rapidly as the years catch up to them. And a rouse check's worth of vitae bestows the following benefits to a mortal for approximately a month.
Okay.
Gains the first dot in their master's highest rated discipline, along with a single level 1 power possessed by the vampire. Aging process halts. If the dude was super old, he might look a little younger now.
Right.
And wounds healed twice as fast unless caused by fire. And ghouls who use powers above level 1, thanks to drought of elegance or similar powers, alchemical effects, or other causes, take 1 point of aggravated damage to their health instead of making a rouse check.
Okay. So make a rouse check.
Yep. Lord, I've been doing so bad at these
Google it,
all day.
and then eat him.
Damn it!
What are you at, 3 or 4?
I'm at hunger 3.
Well, welcome to the club.
Okay.
Cute. So I'll ghoul him.
Mm-hmm.
And can you feed off a ghoul just for like a minute, like a little top off, a little?
There is literally a dude
Little
unconscious
snack?
at your feet.
Oh. Well, let's hedge our bets. I will feed on the unconscious guy.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm at 3. I'm gonna kill him.
Okay. All right. So now you're at 0.
Hooray!
And I'm
And
going
you guys
to...
are still hearing sniper shots, by the way, because this is taking some time.
Yeah. And I'm going to do the same to the guy in the front, who is unconscious from my poison spit.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Are you
Okay.
eating him or ghouling him?
No, I'm eating him.
Okay.
Because
All of
poison
him?
spit dude does not get to live. I'm assuming at some point, because Scorpion's touch is not just... it's venomous, and there would be definite scars upon his face.
Right. Okay.
And, that's a lot to explain if I ghouled him.
True.
It's too much trouble.
That's true.
And I'm hungry.
Also, we should move away from this truck. George is
That's-
shooting it, and it's
That's
gonna
the other
explode.
nice part about that, is that
Yeah.
unconscious dude's at the gate,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
so I can just...
Well, one is unconscious, the other one has no head.
No, but the one I spat upon is
He's
unconscious.
unconscious, right.
Now he's dead.
Okay.
There was an exploded propane tank over there, right?
Yeah, it's over
Oh,
here
it's over
somewhere.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, the building is on fire now.
Okay.
These
The
two
office is on fire.
garages, is there a door in this one?
They were unloading
They were unloading into
and putting
there.
it in there.
Okay.
Can I signal to George to maybe lay off on the shooting
We
of the
have
truck?
a radio.
You have a radio.
We
You
have a
all have
radio.
radios.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him.
Humans are down.
Yeah. Targets neutralized, I think is the lingo. I don't know.
I think we got incoming. Hurry it up. I'll meet you down there.
Okay.
Hurry up. What?
We're done.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see what they were unloading. Take it from them.
Yeah, I guess check the,
The werewolves
garage.
are definitely here.
Check the garage. to
Guns.
See what's in there.
Lots and lots and lots of
As
guns.
many as we can carry.
Yes.
And then back to the truck.
No, well,
He's meeting us down here.
yeah.
Okay.
He's like,
And we have to carry,
I shouldn't have shot the fucking truck.
What happened?
We got to get all of this.
or
All right. Well,
blow it up. I
We
mean,
can load
you
as much
had
as
no
we can in
problem
the
blowing
truck.
up the office and whoever the body was in there. But you could just blow up. I mean, it's halfway there already.
Can't take the chance. Can't leave him any good weapons.
Hence blowing it up.
And I may not get rid of them.
all right.
I
So
don't
take
have
what we
anything
can
to blow 'em
carry.
up
We'll
with.
toss it in the truck. Our trucks. We have 2 of them.
Right.
And then set fire to the buildings.
They've got about 40 rifles.
How many can we each carry? We also
5.
have to carry Floyd.
Probably not much more than. Well, no, you're vampires.
Yeah.
Okay, well, but the thing about carrying more than 5 is not heaviness.
Cumbersome.
It is that they become cumbersome when you move around. They poke you in weird places, and it's annoying. So if we each carry 5, But let's say, okay, we're vampires. We could each carry 7. Because as a human, I know that I can carry 5 rifles.
I've never
We have a
tested to see
ghoul
how
that
many.
can carry rifles
I
too.
mean, I
Yeah.
worked on I worked on a
Put him to
Navy
work.
show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, sometimes you had to carry everybody's guns.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely having the ghoul help us load
Okay.
this truck
That
Yeah.
you can all go and pile them into the.
into our 2 trucks, our 2 SUVs.
You could do, like, one across the back.
And George says, "We got to hurry because there's people coming in."
Yeah, then as quickly as we can, and then drag Floyd's unconscious body to one of the trucks
Okay.
and get the heck out of there.
Okay.
I have to drive now. I hate driving. All right, load him in the back.
Put the guns on top of him.
Yep. I don't care what order. He's torpid. He's fine.
Also, it's his own damn fault.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
All right. So you guys drive, and you pass like 4 pickup trucks coming the opposite direction.
There's no other way I do combat, though.
Is
I
it
have to
possible
get
to
close.
note the license plates on those trucks?
Yeah. Give me awareness plus wits.
Okay.
For each success you get the license plate.
Awareness plus wit.
Oh, I actually get to roll something without 100 dice.
I know, it's fun.
Oh yeah, I do too.
And I got
This has to end
Eating
quickly.
people is
3
fun.
successes.
Okay.
Is this mine or yours? No, this is yours.
Is it mine?
Yeah.
That's okay. Probably. Okay.
Go ahead.
That is 2 successes.
Okay.
You got how many?
3.
Okay, so I don't need to roll.
You're good. You got all
Got
the
'em all.
license plate numbers.
Great.
Great. Now we can look those up later.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Okay. So, where are you guys going? Because we got to figure it's probably about 2 or 3, somewhere in there.
3 hours before we get back. So we're cutting real close to sunrise.
Well, at least it's early January, so sunrise won't be until... We've still got like an hour after that.
6:30ish, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But
We do want to avoid too
we have
much.
to avoid the church.
Yes.
We're open to stay in one of my guest rooms.
Or we could go...
Is there a service elevator to get the munitions? Up there?
We should just go to...
The really fancy Italian name.
George, is there a safe house? Safe haven, if you will, that we could use for the night?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some kind of holdings at the Elysium we can
And
stay at.
so, yeah.
It's in the Inland Empire.
Ugh.
But yes,
But at least it's on the way.
Fine.
it's
It is
close.
on the way, yes.
I think half my haven lives down there, actually. This could work out for my favor.
Do they have a dry cleaner?
Yes.
Thank God.
They've met Toreadors.
See what you can do with this, as I hand them the jacket. Unfortunately, the flak vest is completely bloodless. It's just the jacket I put on top of the flak vest that's still covered in blood.
You looked great during the battle, though.
Well, thank you.
All right, and on the way back, you get a call.
Who does
gets
what?
all-
Lakshmi.
Okay.
It is your contact. Mm-hmm. There's something going on with this company.
It's Sujin.
Yeah. So, the guy who owned it, it's based in Irvine, and his name's Dane Brookmeyer, and he sold it like a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And he told me it was purchased by a company called Innovative Investments. And then I've been trying to figure out who they are, and it looks like their holdings are held by another company called Broadfield Investments and a company called General Investments. This is a very complicated holding.
I believe in the spy novels they called them shell companies, dear.
Yeah, it might be.
What was the second one?
There was
Broadfield?
Broadfield Investments and General Investments.
General.
General investments, thank you.
General legitimate company.
Right.
Generic investment.
See, this was Artie Slatsky's voice, it was,
Yeah.
by the way, General Investments logo is an epaulet with 4 stars on it. I mention this only to foreshadow the disappointing results of my inquiries.
Oh my god.
Artie's arguably one of your best characters.
Very good.
Darling, see if you can follow the paper trail any further, but don't put yourself out. I don't want to paint a target
Okay,
upon your pretty little back.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thank you.
So you guys make it to the safe house, and it's like a typical ranch-style home somewhere in Riverside.
That's all there is.
There's sheep.
No chickens?
They got chickens, of course,
Lurch's house.
Yeah, basically is what I'm imagining.
and Canada geeses.
Beautiful.
Majestic. So the next morning, you can all make your rouse checks.
Great.
Perfect.
And read
How's my ghoul doing?
your ghoul and probably
Damn it!
your ghoul is probably still sleeping.
Yay!
I heal 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Yay! And I am
Your mic is
hunger-free for
muted
one
still.
more day.
Yeah, please, yeah.
I heal 1 point of damage, but I don't get to completely awaken until all damage is healed.
That's
Until
all of the damage.
it, or until all until you
I'll
get
read it.
up
I'll
to
read it
No,
to
you
you.
don't have
just
to, I
so,
believe you.
just so we all know what goes on, because this may happen to somebody else. If a vampire takes enough aggravated damage to fill their health tracker completely, they automatically enter torpor. They then unconsciously attempt to mend damage, trying to heal 1 health point per night. If they fully restore themselves, all health damage, and mend or recover from impediments and critical hits, they can rise again. If failed rouse checks to mend damage drive them above Hunger 5, they enter torpor as above.
Can we?
Well,
Feed him? Probably.
we were halfway joking
Can we
about
order
creating a
some
blood
takeout?
bond.
Feed him.
Well, actually, in order for me to get points from you, you have to be a higher level than me. It says
A higher potency? Or?
higher
George!
potency.
What's your potency?
2.
Oh. That's not gonna work then. I think we're all 2.
I think we're all 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can still just
George is not gonna have this guy following
no.
him around.
I know,
like,
I was
no.
joking.
We're not going to offer up one of our coterie to someone else for a blood bond.
No.
We would just take a blood bond, but we would not offer it to an outsider.
No.
But okay, so in order to have a blood bond with someone, you have to be a higher blood potency than them.
I'm not sure about the blood
No.
bond. I think it has to do with me getting healed from another vampire.
Oh.
I saw
Getting-
or just read that somewhere.
Is it getting healed or slaking hunger?
Slaking hunger? Or I don't know. Now you got me thinking about it. Awakening.
He's looking for a way out of it.
Who's
No,
got a
I'm not.
funnel?
I'm just trying to figure out.
Oh, darling, funnels are so no need to use contraptions. There's just a lovely massage of the throat.
by having nickel.
Yeah, you gotta squeeze from the sides, not the front.
It's fine.
Please.
We'll put a bit of all of our blood in a turkey baster.
We're not trying to impregnate a bitch.
Aren't we though?
Also, you can't have that many blood bonds. Someone has to
No, I know. I'm aware.
Yeah.
And I have really no interest in creating a blood bond. I don't need that.
Oof, I've already got a whole congregation.
I know. I mean, it's hard enough to have this much, animosity to my own herd. Not animosity. Disdain.
Fair.
I should probably send my ghoul back.
I mean, he needs to go back to his,
He can give us information.
I mean, he should get this information now.
Well,
then
naturally.
We
Oh,
might
yes.
have to kill him since we took him with us. And they're going to know since he was gone. We probably should have left him there, in retrospect.
We needed somebody to help carry the guns, though. And now we can question him.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have loaded the guns and then just stayed.
Too late.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they kill him, they kill him.
You know what we can do? Put a tracker on him and then send him back.
That
And
is
then
a
if
good
they kill him,
idea.
at least we know where they are.
I have this thing.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I mean, I literally have a thing.
Oh, sweet.
Then please put a tracker on my ghoul.
Okay.
But first, let's ask him a lot of
Oh,
questions.
obviously.
Yes. I have a bloodstone, like we had talked about before, that I have one ready. So I
Okay.
don't have to take a. It doesn't take me
Awesome.
4 days from
Right.
now to make one.
Very smart.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate the tractor and put it on him.
Alrighty.
Bloodstone.
What questions do you want to ask him?
Who are you? What makes you famous?
Who are you? What does it do that makes it famous?
What's his name?
Yes.
His name is Stanley Cartwright.
Stanley Cartwright. What are his sins?
You're not converting my ghoul.
No, I want to encourage him.
Oh, okay.
My ambition is to tempt 666 humans to damnation.
Okay, that's fair.
He's like number 30
I can appreciate
for
that.
this story.
I appreciate that. The question stands.
I get something for doing things towards my ambition too, don't I?
Yeah. You can. I think you can get willpower back.
Ooh.
Is that how you get willpower back? I'm not sure. I'll look it up.
I sure
but yeah.
hope not.
Okay.
My ambition's
Also, it'd
really
be-
ambitious.
I know, right? I'm like, oh, that's so much to do. It's
Well,
so
it's
little
it's
time.
baby steps.
Yeah.
But
Unless it's
and
like,
the other question being like using willpower is the thing I still have questions about.
oh yeah, we should
Yeah.
probably we'll discuss that at the end of the
I'm putting a note to ask what do we do for getting for
Okay.
working towards our ambition.
Okay. Apart from many murders,
Yeah, murder. Like murders, obviously.
lots of them.
Just murder? He's not into anything else?
Boring.
I don't really have much time for anything else.
Okay, well, you know what? You're apparently very good at murder, and you should do more of that.
Oh, I will.
Not kindred, though. Humans.
The kind.
Specify.
I mean, murdering the already undead is so passé.
You know, it's a waste of your skills. You should use it on your own kind.
I could try.
I would like it if you did.
They're immediately, as soon as since I went missing, they're going to assume that I've been enslaved.
So then you should stop them before they can stop you.
You're gonna have to kill them.
I mean, survival is the prerogative of the fittest, is it not?
And you are so much more clever than they are.
Hit him right in the ego.
I know what I'm
We
doing.
make a good team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I suppose I could stake out the safe house for a while.
It's a good idea. Which steakhouse would that be?
Not a Freudian slip.
I love it.
That's hysterical. No.
That wasn't intentional, was it? That's like sacrifice. Which steakhouse? Steakhouse. What's that?
I like steakhouse.
He says his like because his designated safe house right now is in San Bernardino.
What's the address?
He gives you the address.
Perfect.
1234 Street.
You'd be surprised in San Bernardino. No offense, any of our San Bernardino listeners, but And who supplied you with all these weapons?
I was supplying the weapons.
And who were you supplying them to then?
The operatives. It was a dead drop.
Where do you get them from? Who's your supplier?
We pick them up. Well, we're picking them up in Denver, but more recently we've moved up to Vegas. So the stuff gets transferred to us in Vegas. That's where we fill the truck up, and we take them and we put them in a dead drop, and then the operatives come by at some point later on and pick them up.
Is it a dead drop that you picked them up from?
Yes.
Where's that?
Well, right now it's at a public. Well, it's in a warehouse. It's a warehouse on the outskirts of Vegas. Gives you the address.
It's going to be the old Glow warehouse.
The gorgeous ladies of wrestling, live from Las Vegas. I saw that once.
It was quite the deal.
Oh, it was.
The shows?
The show's fantastic.
They literally have a live audience of maybe 40 people, but it's shot in such a way that it looks like there's hundreds.
Welcome
Here
to
for
every
it.
TV show.
and they had hot dogs, and I think they had sodas, but they weren't allowed to sell alcohol because most of the wrestlers were under 21. Because most of them were training to go work as dancers, but they weren't old enough to work as dancers yet. Yes, my love.
Can I order pizza?
Oh, yeah. Can you hand that
Yep.
past the curtain?
Oh, sure.
Is your sister here yet?
No, she isn't. Here. Thank you. What do I do with this?
It's a credit card. You call the Domino's or Pizza Hut, and you tell them what you want, and then you give them the numbers on the back of that. Don't say them out loud because we're streaming live, please.
You could just go on the website
That'd be the
and
easiest
then
way.
do all of that
Can I do it on
without
the
talking
website?
to a person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Don't call
I'm
someone.
trying to encourage them to talk to people.
Why?
Talking to people is for extroverts.
Uh-huh.
Gross.
Talking to people for ghouls.
Fair. Yeah.
Order on the app
Probably.
Huh?
Yes.
instead.
We're just like, yes, you can. Simply have no.
Oh, I mean, it is possible. I
don't
can't
know.
give you permission.
I don't. Yeah, if you want, yeah. Whatever you want to do. However you want to get food with that card, rather than giving it away, do it. If you need help, I'll be in a little bit because we're going to wrap up soon.
I'm not going to use the card. I'll just, pay for it.
Do you have cash?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have enough to buy a pizza? They're expensive.
No, I don't.
Why don't you just use the internets?
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Sorry, I feel like I may have made that more. I may have made that worse.
Group parenting there?
Whoops.
Well, no, I want pizza.
No, I
Now,
also want pizza.
I'm thinking right
Except
now.
I have 3/4 of a shepherd's pie left, and it was a 9 by
Oh, that's
13 pan.
delicious.
That'll last for a day.
There's wine in it. There's enough wine in it.
Already lasted for a day and a half.
Okay, I want to ask the ghoul, aside from his crew who are dead, I'm not going to mention that part, does he know the names of any of the other operatives?
No, that's strictly against policy.
Okay. I thought so, but it's worth asking.
who are the other? Does he have any other contacts within the Second Inquisition? Not necessarily operatives, but just in general, he would need to have.
Well, we don't call it the Second Inquisition. We call it Operation Persistent Dawn.
Oh.
Oh,
You're so cute. That's so. That's so adorable. Do you have any other contacts within Operation Persistent Dawn?
No, just the immediate group that I work in.
And then, what?
Our
means
officer
of-
had a contact.
What means of
outside.
communication do they use?
We use an app called Smash Chat.
And
Do you have any kind of cipher or coder you can supply us so that we can figure out what you may be talking about?
Well, each cell kind of comes up with their own thing depending on where they are, but they usually come up with some sort of code or euphemism for various locations and specific people. There isn't one code, obviously, for security reasons, as you can probably tell right now. That would have been a dumb idea, and I'll let you know this: they're not dumb.
I may not be dumb, but it won't stop them from being any more dead. Less did. Whatever.
How did you get your instructions through Smash Chat?
Yeah.
Can I have your login information for Smash Chat?
See if he remembers it.
Yeah, you could just hand over his phone.
He can just hand over his phone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take your phone. I have no problem creating proxies.
What's the username of the person that gave you your instructions?
There you go.
Ah. Sin City Slick. 6'9".
I'm sure it's because he was born in that year.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God you're a October.
I'm sure there's a lot of 50-year-old Spec Op warriors. Scads of them.
What if we just feed your to Floyd?
Because there's a slight chance they might not kill him. Or if they try to kill him, he might take some of them with him.
And also, location.
Mm-hmm.
We have the location. He just gave it to us.
That's his safe house. But what if he goes back somewhere else?
What if they take him somewhere else for deprogramming
Mm-hmm.
instead of murdering him?
They're definitely just going to murder him.
Well, yes.
They're definitely just going to murder me.
Okay. Well, you should do your best to murder them as much as possible.
That's
First.
clear. But they don't. But we don't know how to deprogram. That we deprogram with lead.
Wasteful, but okay.
I was thinking.
This might work. If not, it'll just be fun anyway. I'm going to use Lingering Kiss on him.
Okay.
Which basically will let me get a little notch on. I can't heal any more hunger. I'm at 1.
Okay.
But what it does is it makes him kind of addicted to my feeding.
Oh, okay.
Him.
All right. Okay.
And I'm going to do that and basically encourage him. You want to kill the rest of the people who are going to try to kill you. And if you do, and can come back to me,
Okay.
there's more of this where it came from.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm trying to entice him to continue
Okay.
murder, rampage.
Well, and also as a ghoul, like you've made him a little bit stronger too, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll give him. So I get to give him something, right? One of my disciplines or whatever.
Whatever your highest discipline is,
Oh.
he gets a dot in that.
Presence is my highest discipline.
Maybe he could convince them.
Right, he's
to
fine.
If he could
Hold on for a second while he just murders them all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If he can be oh, I'm not ghoul.
Right. It's
For
possible.
long
yeah.
enough.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
We should probably tear up his clothes or something so he looks like he came from somewhere that wasn't just being ghouled.
I mean,
He's probably got blood spray on him because he did shoot that other guy in the head point blank.
Yes, but, look like he was wounded or whatever.
Yeah.
let's go with this too. What do they know about us?
Ooh.
Strengths, weaknesses,
Well,
the way
it's-
we work.
We know that some of you can move very quickly. We know that some of you are extremely strong, although it seems that most of you at least have the ability to be strong at various times. We know that you can take a lot of punishment. Also, obviously, mind control stuff. We know about that.
Potential weaknesses.
Well, sunlight. We know about sunlight. We know about fire. All of our weapons are incendiary. That's the reason we have to resupply weapons so often, because it just tears them up. Barrels just get fouled, and you can't clean it out. It just ruins them. That's why we have to have a constant supply of new weapons. We know there's let's see. Well, right now our main target is Los Angeles.
Who turned you on to that target?
No idea. Nowhere near my pay grade.
Any particular place in Los Angeles that they're targeting next?
Well, that I couldn't tell you. Because once those teams go into an area, well, we didn't talk to them at all anyway. Because all we are is supply guys. But once they get into an area, then they try to figure out who's who, where the vampires are, and then they try to start taking them out. Usually, once they start, it goes pretty quick. It went quick in Vegas.
And you have no information on who you were supplying the guns to.
Well, operatives probably in L.A. since that's where there's more teams around, but this particular team is working Los Angeles, and I would guess by the size of the city, there's probably 3 teams of operators working. They're only going to have one data intelligence place, and I don't know, a city this size, they probably got 50 or 60 on the ground intel.
What kind of places do they usually use for their one intelligence place?
Oh, for SIGINT? Usually it's a basement in a building, usually a high rise if we can get one. Almost always underground. Needs to be centrally located so that a bunch of data lines coming into it don't draw attention. Apart from that's really all I know about that.
So the west side.
Or downtown.
True. Though any nocturnal activities would be much more likely to be noticed downtown then.
They don't have to work nocturnally, though. They're not us.
Oh, sure.
Oh, they're 24/7. They work in shifts.
How did you get roped into all this?
Oh, I was at Marine Force Recon, and I retired after the Iraq War, and they called me up. I'd been working as a mercenary, and they called me up and they said, "Hey, we got a job for you, and it's kind of important." And they sent me to the NSA, and I met with a guy in a big open courtyard, and he told me what it was about, and said it sounded like fun.
Who's their primary target for new recruits?
Almost all of us are former Spec Ops.
Well.
They try to find people who don't have families. And people with combat experience.
Any regrets for signing up?
It's a lot more boring than I thought it was going to be because all I do is drive weapons back and forth from place to place. And this was the most action we've seen.
I mean, there were better ways to make a living driving a truck.
I didn't know I was going to be driving a truck. It's just like joining. It's just like joining the Marines, the Army. It's like, oh, I want to do this. Okay, yeah, sure, you can do that. Next thing you know, you're peeling fucking potatoes.
Yes.
I thought, what if you were to tell them he managed to kill one of us without giving him a bit more leverage when he got back?
And he happened to bring a body along? Is that what you were thinking?
I didn't say that.
And just get him just like he's got like
Trojan corpse, as it were.
A little bit.
Except they know that, if they had managed to kill one of us, that we would have disintegrated. They don't usually take the bodies
Unless he knew that they were going to kill him, unless he had some kind of proof.
Yes, but
It
then...
was just a thought.
Yeah, I feel like they'll just use immediate incendiary rounds on that body, though.
That is true. And we
Much
don't,
as I would like to kill Floyd myself for being an idiot last night, I don't want him to be killed by the Inquisition.
it was just a thought. But you're right. It would be too reckless.
Waste of a good... waste of a kindred.
Well, do you have any more questions?
Do you have access to other weapons, like a personal stash here?
No.
All right, then.
Well,
And I'm just going to slip a bloodstone into his pocket.
Okay.
I wish you the best of luck. Don't forget to take them out before they take you out. And if you manage to survive, I will find you.
Okay, I will do my best.
I will find you and I will kiss you. A ridiculous set of skills.
Okay, and you're letting him go.
And I'll pin his mittens on his coat and send him on his way.
Alrighty.
Ooh, first, though, you should forbid him from telling them anything
Oh,
about us.
yes, that
Yeah.
I thought that was
Obviously. Implied.
obvious. Yeah,
Just in case.
yeah. None of this ever happened
Got it.
in Penguin.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't see anything.
Okay. Let's go. Should we wrap it right here?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
I do have to roll for my stain,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
and that's just a
And you
rouse
roll-
check.
No, you roll
Plus.
a die for each blank square. So a square that isn't filled in with humanity, and a square that doesn't have a stain. Whatever's
Two.
left.
Okay.
You need to get at least one success. If you get a success, your humanity stays the same, and you feel terrible about what you've done. Erase the stain.
Do you hear that, dice? Be good dice. Yeah, that's 2 successes.
Boom. Okay.
All right.
First
good.
one's all night.
Jesus.
So you feel awful about what you did,
I do feel terrible.
and then erase your stain.
I will do that thing. Oh, that's right. I'm hitting
What did
someone.
you
You
do?
were
Oh,
really messy.
taking that guy to Stabby Town?
Yeah, like beyond Stabby Town.
So I'm going to say at this point probably you all have a total of 6 XP,
Beautiful.
Great. Cool.
given XP, not whatever you had left over,
Right.
obviously.
Still not enough to do a thing, but I will. I'm
I-
getting closer.
Yeah.
I'm inching closer.
Stuff's expensive.
It is.
It is.
You know?
I'm gonna put a point into Cloud or into Dominate because that's disciplines are the new level times 5, correct?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, for clan
For
discipline.
clan,
For
for
clan
clan,
discipline.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's times
7, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, but this is one of mine. So.
And I would say for out of clan disciplines, you probably need to have some in-game justification as to why
That
you're
makes
getting
sense.
in.
Yeah.
Because they keep that shit secret.
I'm gonna change this from spent experience to remaining experience because that makes more fucking sense.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah. I won't get level 4 till I get 20 experience on presence. That's fine.
But yeah, this gives me a much more reasonable ability to dominate someone. I think.
Sweet.
Because my charisma just isn't that great. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like
We have 2. That's what I have.
That's cute.
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
just-
she's
I have-
charismatic, but also weird.
Oh, yeah.
So what were you guys looking up again? It's on page 151. Did you want it? clan discipline?
Yeah, it's five times the next level for clan and 7 for out of clan, except for Kate something Kate. Katiff, that's it.
Kate who? I don't
That's
know
like
her.
Middleton.
times 6. Kate Middleton, yeah.
I
Blanchard.
just have the
I know.
like I'm kind of charismatic because I had to be. Like Mosey, I have a fucking iron will,
Yeah, that'll do it.
and I will bend the laws of reality to make it so.
Oh yeah, resolve is also my highest stat.
Nope.
Why are we two
Yay,
sides of the same
zealotry.
coin?
Okay.
If you would just abandon this crutch that you, this Catholicism.
Listen, Lucifer's not a crutch. It's a pitchfork he has.
Haha.
I mean, when you use it as a crutch, though.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us for session 4 of Glittering Night. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Our last session before the fair hiatus,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
because that starts in April.
Yes,
Yep.
it does.
And then I think there's a D&D game that's going to be going on
Yeah.
on
I think
Sundays
Jason's running
in
a.
place.
There is. Jason is running a D&D.
All right. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.